Alright, everybody. Welcome back to Gaia Campaign 2, Session 13. It's been a little bit, but we're back. So, last time, you guys all went out and decided to get sushi with Orbital, meaning you all went on a sea creature hunt. As you needed to acquire some goods for a wizard to procure their services to enchant your cart. You went and grabbed Orbital Doommaul, the sibling of your buddy Grazrenew. I say buddy with quotations in the air. And you went out to sea using their expertise. You met with the head of the docks, the dock master named Ariel Stonesworn, and headed out on the boat where you sailed for a few hours, and you ran into the creatures that you were looking for. You were attacked by some Sahagwins, by the big moray eel, by a giant octopus. And when you were out there, you did lose a few sailors, of which you threw them overboard, as per the wishes of sailors. And you made your way back into the city. You did, just as a reminder, you did see this island off in the distance, which is what Orbital told you is the island they never went to, but they believe this is, you kind of came to the conclusion this might be where that big evil base is that you were thinking about. But knowing that the only way actually into this island is from up here. This is the only real dockable area up here. So from there you headed back into the city, the harbor dock, and you guys kind of went your separate ways. Orbital went back home. You guys went and dropped off the goods at Mystic Oddities for Atiel, Eleneth, and they appreciated your services for her. And she proceeded to make herself some dinner, and then say that she will begin the enchanting process. And you guys decided that you were going to head back to the inn where you had been staying and get yourself some dinner, but not before inviting Doommaul, or Orbital Doommaul over for dinner via your Fae friends, your birds and your dog. You guys waited an hour, 90 minutes after the invitation time was set to start, and then you saw in walking, dressed to the nines, Orbital Doommaul in her form-fitting, shoulderless, sleeveless, green evening gown, wearing golden armbands, 3-inch heels, hair all done up, looking like she was ready for.
Sorry, only 3-inch heels? She's practical?
Only 3 inches.
She is very tall, so.
Sorry,
yes.
how many of y'all wear heels here? When I say only 3 inches.
Not me.
Can't say it's a regular thing.
Right. As a 6'3" gentleman, I imagine being much taller than that would be inconvenient. But yes, she did herself right the way up. And you guys redesigned the room a little bit with a silent image chandelier, The owner and barkeep kind of maneuvered everybody else out of here and kind of cordoned off this space for you all to have your meal. Um, and a little time into the evening, Marin excused themselves and kind of went on their way to do whatever Marin wishes to do. And this is where we find ourselves right now, in the midst of your guys' dinner and some time. But we'll start with Marin. What is your plan for the night?
I mean, if we are going out, like if it does look like Jean and wait, what's her name again?
Orbital?
Obu, Obu are heading somewhere, then I'm gonna excuse myself. If otherwise, I will just chill there with everyone. Um, so I will see what Jean
How the night
and
goes?
Obu are heading
Okay.
towards.
Okay. All right then. The other two of you then, with all of you here, kind of enjoying some drinks and some food coming your way, what would you all like to do?
I
Just
think Jean is probably having slightly too much alcohol.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a con save to see how drunk you can get. Because I know as a paladin you can't get poison or disease, but that might not be just yet. Man, you're holding it pretty well.
could I actually also roll? Because Imric does not drink.
Yeah,
But
sure.
I think on this particular night he might be having some fun.
Yeah, you are holding it down with your +5 con.
Well, shoot.
Yeah,
Oh.
sure, why not?
You're getting a little more drunk than the rest of them, but it's also because you're not out here casting a purified drink on your beverages this time around. So,
How's your sushi, Orville?
she looks and she's like, oh, it's delightful. Thank you. How's yours?
Yeah, it's pretty good, I must say. It was a real hassle getting it, but
I know, I was
we
there.
did it. We did it. We did it.
Yes, we did. So, um, she downs the drink she has and grabs another one. Let me actually roll a con save for Orbital. I'm gonna roll hers at advantage because she has a long history of drinking with sailors and
Yup.
having to, outdrink them. So, let's see how she does. Solid 12. Um, so, what's your plan? What are you guys going to do? Also, what did you just invite me to dinner because as a thank you for today, or do you want to get to know me more, or do you have more questions and concerns? What's what's the plan for tonight? I guess is the real question. We staying
Sorry, I
in?
disconnected for a second. All I heard was, "What's the plan?"
Oh.
What's the plan, guys?
Orville was asking kind of like what your intentions to inviting her to dinner were. Are they to discuss more of today? Are they to just kind of hang out? And then she say, are we staying in for the night? Are we going out? I kind of made myself appropriately dressed for any scenario, really.
This is
Uh,
any scenario?
Are we going dancing? Are we staying in? What's the
What?
plan?
Qu'est-ce que c'est going dancing? What is this? I'm aware what dancing is for the record, but what is going dancing?
Oh, when you go somewhere else to dance, to like a club or a tavern that has dance music and dance times.
You should really try it, Jane.
There are clubs in
I
town.
still never done it, but
She looks at you, Emmerich. Do you know how to dance?
no, I've never danced before.
Looks over at you, Marin. Do you know how to dance?
If given the proper music, I can certainly have some move to myself.
She looks over at the person, at the owner of the owner of the bar, and gives him this. nod and like flicks what looks like a gold coin just through the air to him, and you
Shoot.
hear from like he had cordoned off a little bit, and you were hearing some music in the bar, just kind of like a bar just kind of playing like background atmospheric stuff. The cordon, like the sliding door, kind of opens a little bit, and he points to the bard, and the bard has some happy-go-lucky dance music that he starts going with. Let me see if I have any dance music in here. Hold. Maybe.
My brain is just imagining like uns with a lute playing over it to make it more like old timey. That's what's in my brain right now.
Fair. That's fair. I don't. You know what? We're just gonna go with this one, and it has the word celebration in it. We're going with it. Tavern celebration.
Break of dawn, come on.
This sounds very celebrating.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
No.
And she stands up, puts her drink down, dusts herself off, and walks over to you, Marin, and holds out her hand for a dance.
Sure, I will
All right.
participate.
Let's roll performance checks together, and we'll see how well as a duo the two of you dance. Not well. She steps on your feet. But here's the thing. She's much larger than you are. So she's used to being the leader, and she's trying to follow, and hasn't danced in a while or in heels in a while, and you get quite a few steps on your feet. And every time she's like, "Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Let's try this. Let's switch partners." And she kind of spins you away, and then grabs Jean-Vieve by the shoulders and just like drags you out onto the dance floor.
Oh god, Jean has no idea what. Okay, Jean, you know how good sword fighting is a dance?
Mm-hmm.
Jean has that footwork experience, but not this.
All right.
I'll give you guidance as I swing by you.
All right. So let's go ahead and roll duo performance checks.
God, how can I help this? What do I do?
You start doing your sword dancing, and you are taking to it very, very well. She's looking at you, and you can see that her eyes are wide with a kind of like staring kind of wonder, like she's taken aback and impressed. And the two of you catch a quick smirk on come across Orbel's face. Actually, let me just put Orbel over here. Orbel is here, so Orbel can just be here. And she's like, "I know what to do," and she walks over and takes off her heels and steps out of them, and then comes back, and she's gonna use one of her rages to make like lightning start to spark from her to kind of put on like more of a show, and because she wants to try and impress Genevieve, I'm gonna give her advantage on these performance checks for burning her own resources, and she's gonna try and do it again. It's a little better. Not much.
Okay.
All right.
Question: you said that she is like 6 feet tall.
Yes,
Am I taller than her?
She's like 6'5".
Oh, okay. So
Yep.
we're like similar height, I
Yes.
think.
Now that she kicked off her heels, she's back to 6'5". She was 6'8", so she's a little better than she was. Yep. But yeah, the two of you are, dancing around and
I'm having a good time. Gina's surprised at how quickly she is able to pick up the dance, the sort of dance.
Mm-hmm.
I stand by. She's not fully like grooving and more just like doing some fancy step and footwork kind of vibes. But
As you are
is
stepping,
this it? Am I dancing as she's like moving backwards and forwards and like
as you're doing
hopping
that,
around?
you ask if you're dancing, and she grabs you, twists you, and then tries to dip you, and then lift you up over her head using a raging athletics check of 25.
I'm
Dip.
sorry. Is this like Dirty Dancing? Because
Yes.
that's all I. Fuck yeah. That's all I needed.
Are you still in all of your armor?
Yum.
You were wearing your armor when she came in. Have you taken some of it off as you guys have been drinking?
I mean, like, I probably what armor do I have again? I have split.
Mhm.
Did I make that up?
I think it's what you have.
Like, how many pieces does split armor have?
I think it's more of like a upper body piece, a midsection, and like covering of your pants. It's more of like you can just strap it on and strap it off pretty decently fast.
Like, probably would have taken like a little bit off, but
Okay.
like probably would have still kept like the main chest piece. Like, there's probably a little part that's ingrained in Jean of like, don't never not protect your heart or something.
Keep your vitals
Your-
protected.
Yeah, keep those internal organs
Hey, that's fine.
a-okay.
That's fine. She doesn't really wear armor because her skin is just that thick and she's beefy lady, so she's good.
Different.
But you guys dirty dance around for a while, and after 5-10 minutes of
That means something different.
yes, while you guys are dancing, is there anything in particular, Imric and Marin, you guys wish to do while that's happening over there, getting their dance on?
Marin will head to the back, like basically went to the kitchen area and ask the chef to prepare a little bit extra serving of sushi for, I guess, takeout, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe some skewered, like barbecue squid and eel.
Gotcha. He absolutely has more than enough to do that. You guys brought him so much stuff. He makes however much you feel like you need to do with whatever you wish. All right. Imric, anything you were doing?
I don't imagine Imric is doing much. I
Okay.
feel like he might just be like sitting down, drinking, and like nodding his head to the music, watching Jean and Horrible.
Okay. All right. So a few minutes go by, and the dance music kind of starts to fade a little bit, and you hear the bard from the room over say he's gonna take a short little break to wet his whistle, use the facilities, etc. And then somebody just gets up and they're just playing like a soft violin, just to kind of keep some type of music going on, but nothing like super dancey. Yeah, just to keep people away from their own thoughts, basically. Distractions. But
Damn, Jean! Did not know you could dance.
Neither did I. Perhaps I just needed a good teacher.
she nods. Everybody can dance. I'm not the best. Clearly. You know, you just kind of go with what feels right in the moment. So.
I mean, I'm pretty sure all eyes were on you two when you guys were up there.
I think we were the only ones dancing, so, you know, I think that kind
So
of...
it's. Well, if there were more, you guys would have been the star of the show.
I mean, we're also probably the biggest people in this whole building, so that also probably would have added to it.
Horrible.
But I appreciate the compliment.
There we go. There we go.
She has an intelligence of -1, so, and a wisdom of
Oh,
0, so
hell
it takes
yeah.
her a minute to pick up on what you're putting down.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm slightly smarter than her.
And her charisma is also only a +1. So, she ain't got that riz. She got the...
I got the riz.
She got the strength and con is what she got.
Jean's got the riz.
I got the
All
riz.
good.
About now, your takeout food is complete, Marin, and you can pick it up whenever you wish.
Sure, I will pick those up and I will start heading back out to the harbor area where I saw the lady this afternoon.
Okay. All right. Are you
As I
trying
left
to
the-
head out sneakily, or are you just letting everyone know you're going?
I just let everyone to know that I'm leaving.
Okay.
But I'll be back.
Well, be careful out there. You hear Orbital say.
Jean is way too busy just like looking into Orbil's eyes to even notice that you've gone.
Turns out he
Wait.
really was leaving.
Did he leave the Discord? Is he gone?
I think he was.
What?
Yes, I think he
Hello?
was. I don't know, but that's kind of funny.
What is this?
I'm here for that. That's hilarious. That's
That's
hilarious.
actually really funny.
Yeah, it's like I gotta go do stuff. Bye.
I'm just gonna go head out, and that's that. I hope he comes back. Oh
There
my
he is.
lord.
That was
Oh wait,
that was perfect timing. You're like, I gotta head
That
out.
was-
Disconnect.
That was some comedy.
no, I got
man.
disconnected for
I know,
some reason.
but it
Alex
was-
did not speak for a while, and I was like, wait, what's going on?
No, so all the last thing we heard was after you said I'm gonna head out, and Orville said, "Okay, take care." You disconnected, and so it was like
Oh, okay.
it was perfect timing to you. I'm leaving.
Comedy
Disconnected.
gold.
Yeah, could not
was-
have planned it better if we had tried.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was perfection, tip top. But yes, you head out towards the dock, and you can very easily find the person that you are looking for. Hold on one second. I will get you over on to the map here right quick. All right, so boom. So, maybe you might all see the map now. I don't know. But you're there and you find Ariel is finishing up some paperwork for the evening, and she looks up and goes, "Oh, well, hello."
How's it going there? I brought some of our harvest today,
Okay.
if you care to try.
Absolutely, I would love to. And you see, she holds up her and says, "Just 1 second," and she finishes signing some documents, and she closes up some books and places some things in their appropriate places, and then locks the cabinets behind her where you would imagine she keeps all like the records of shipping and stuff for the docks. Puts the keys around her waist and sits down in front of you and goes, "Well, I'm ready." And she sits and holds open her mouth, awaiting you to feed her.
Oh my
Oh
lord.
boy. Okay, sure. I will grab a piece of sushi and maybe put on a little bit soy sauce and a little bit wasabi paste and feed it to her.
She takes it and eats it very suggestively.
Oh my gosh, Baron.
Oh boy. I mean, I was not anticipating this, for sure.
What were you anticipating if it was not you?
I'm sort of like, I feel like this was very heavily suggested when we first met.
It is very suggested, but
You are the
Never
only
mind.
2 people at the docks right now, too. Everyone has seemed to have left for the evening, so all these tokens that you see, all these people are pretty much gone.
Oh,
Actually, I will just actually make
so-
them all gone.
you just usually work outside here. You don't get anywhere more private and inside and
Oh.
indoor?
Oh no, I was just finishing up my workday. I was going to be heading home very soon. I mean, I also have sleeping quarters here at my office if I don't feel like going home.
Are they really for sleeping though? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I will go ahead and take your advice and ask Daddy, are those really for sleeping though?
oh.
I mean, depends what you consider to be sleeping. But yes, I've slept on them before, by myself and with others. Why?
Well,
are you
I mean-
are you requesting an invitation?
No, well,
Or are you wishing to accept the invitation I placed earlier?
I will certainly get. I was at the invitation earlier.
Alright. Well,
Um,
she was sitting at, like, you know how when you walk up to like like ice cream stand or whatever, how there's just like the little counter, or like a food truck, there's the counter that people like serve you over and you kind of talk in between. That's kind of like the space at which you guys have been right now. That's where she's like, it's her desk and all that stuff. So she holds up her finger, says 1 minute, and she closes the 2 like wooden doors that would close this window off to like customers and to discussions, and you hear a bolt lock and then a padlock from the inside, and then she walks around to over here and then pops out around this corner and then kind of waves you over and invites you in through the side door into her office second living space. So, and you have the evening with Ariel to do whatever you wish.
Okay, sure.
Marin is one.
I am
Baron has-
not going to role play that session now.
Absolutely not. I'm not either. But for funny times, if you want to roll dice and just see how your night goes, you can roll. You can roll a couple
Oh my
d20s and see how
gosh.
your night goes if you want.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
3.
that's
So
not
it
good.
doesn't start well. It's that real awkward, like she knows what she's about. It's kind of that weird, like trying to test the boundaries and figure out if you're like 100% in, but she's also just enjoying the sushi with you and trying not to make you super uncomfortable. Roll me another one.
Just like platonic vibes right now.
Starts lighting some candles. The mood's
13.
increasing.
Great number.
She starts pouring some wine, lighting
Yup,
some
yup.
candles, putting on a little record for some music. All right, and then I'll roll a d20 and you roll a d20 and we'll see what happens. Well,
Ooh.
Oh boy.
That's a good night for Marin.
the
right
rest
there.
of the night goes as well as you want it to go, and whatever you wish to accomplish can probably be accomplished within reason, but no, we do not have to roleplay any of that. We'll
That's a
just
good
say,
night,
however you. Let me ask you this: do you wish to return back to the hotel before the morning, or do you wish to leave at first dawn before everyone starts arriving for work here?
I will probably leave at first, like earlier in the morning.
Okay.
Like, but still before it is dawn.
Okay.
Um,
So,
Doing
like,
the walk of shame.
in the dark, so no one knows. Marion,
That's
do you
when the walk of shame happens.
Marion, do you have dark vision? That's the real question.
I do not have dark
So
vision.
you have to light your way home. You have
That's
to.
fine.
It'll produce flame all the way home.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Cool.
when I'm down there, and I know this is gonna be out of the whole one night stand scope.
Mhm.
I'll try to get some information regarding the like how much she knows about the island and how like often people inquire to go to that island that we found today.
Yeah. So as far as well, let's do this. Let's have you just roll we'll say an insight check with advantage because you guys are in a good spot right now. Well, you and her are in a good spot. And yeah, with it, yep, 13. Okay. So she doesn't know too much as far as like grandiose details about the island, other than people don't often ask to go out there, as the rumors are it's a very dangerous place. Uh-oh, I think he got disconnected again.
It was him again. Oh
Yeah. All right. So as far as information about the island, she doesn't know too much, other than people don't often request to go out there based on the rumors that it's very dangerous. It historically has myth or legends of those who have been out there don't return. There have been slaughters on that island, but they don't really know from what. There used to be, many generations ago, a community that lived out there, from what the stories say, and that they were a thriving sea island community, and that all of a sudden, boom, no longer were in existence, and that all that remains are their remains. But people haven't tried to go out there, at least ordered or tried to pay for travel out there, in the last few years. Now, she has heard that there is, every now and again, people that will take their own ships or their own means of travel, their own boats, whatever, out to the island, but that hasn't happened in at least in the last couple months to her knowledge. But then again, she can't control people who just decide to get their own little boat and go from another port of entry on the water to Willand, because she's only the dock master of this specific dock. And with Willand, there are a couple different docks that people utilize. There's here, I'll actually put you back on this map so you can see which ones I'm talking about. So you right now are down in this one above the R in Harbor, and you know that there is a harbor master for the one that you guys are at, or the one that you're at right here. There's 2 harbor masters that run this section because it's so big, and then there's a 4th harbor master that runs this one. So they could have gone.
My brain was not paying attention. You said 2 harbor masters in like this area, and then a 4th one over here.
So
and my brain, where'd the 3rd one go?
So this is one where she is.
Oh, that's one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, she's one.
Never mind.
Yeah, she's one. 2 and 3 are here, and then 4 is up here. Yep.
Got it. Never mind.
Yep.
I learned how to count today.
Yay.
But yeah, there's nobody that really like employs her specific sailors from this area to take them out there, but she would not be surprised if there are people that go out there. So there is rumor that there is.
And the one that we,
Mhm.
sorry,
You're good.
the one that we stole the recipe from is it from her dock or other people?
Oh, it was from one of the. Let me think back. It's from her dock. You just didn't run into her that day because she was busy doing something as far as like getting ships in order to sail out. You kind of snuck over, grabbed it, and then came back to where you're going. But it was from her area. But she has heard rumor that there has been more activity, more curiosity about the island in recent weeks than before. She just doesn't know of anyone that's actually gone out there. There's just been people kind of talking about it more. So, but yeah, that's what you get from her for the eve. And you folks, what are the other 2 plus Orbital doing for the rest of the evening?
I think Jean has used up all of her riz in trying to not look like a fool while dancing.
Okay.
And so it's probably not like initiating anything, but it's just kind of like trying to like keep conversation going, but like it's just kind of like going with the vibes, following the vibes as they come from Orbital, rather than trying to instigate any vibes.
I got you. Well, how about you, Emmerich?
Would subtly be trying to find out like what Orbital's favorite food is, her favorite kind of flowers, if she likes flowers, maybe she liked chocolates. Was there a certain potion she was like looking at from another store,
Well, you know that she has a pretty strong interest in plants just in general due to her profession. So you know that she is a connoisseur of the plants. You would imagine lavender is likely one of her favorites based on the fact that her facility smelled like it. She kind of smells like lavender and lilac right now. And as you're kind of talking, she does mention that her actual favorite flower, while she does like lavender and lilacs, are actually the black dahlia.
Black Dahlia, got you.
She is mainly, as far as like potions and whatnot, she can make most of the things that she really enjoys, so she doesn't really want as far as like for potions and for different lotions and for creams and moisturizers and things like that. She was a fan, however, of a little magical trinket that she saw over at the enchanter's place, Mystic Oddities. She saw over there those little toys, they're like helicopter toy kind of things where you pull a string and they launch off and they kind of spin around and they float down. Yeah. So those.
No, I actually know exactly what you're talking
So
about.
those, but every time you launched it, it sprayed like magical, like mini fireworks and scent into the air, and so it's more of like a big light and scent distributing thing. So it's more like utilitarian, but also just kind of fun because
Oh.
it floats for like an hour
I
and
feel
just
like
kind
that
of
might be
floats around.
expensive. But if it's what Orbital wants,
That's what Orbital gets. Um,
and I'm trying to do this like
yeah.
naturally in the conversation, just throughout the night.
I mean,
Just
she has an intelligence of 8 and a wisdom of 10. She's just kind of, it's just regular
Cool.
conversation for her.
fantastic.
And her riz of 12. So, um, but as the night wears
Jean is
on,
like attempting to clock some of this information, but is most of it. The only thing she got was favorite flower, and nothing else is stuck in her
I
brain.
got you, Gene. I'm making mental notes on everything here.
Perfect.
and as the night wears on, about 3 hours go by at this point, so it's about 11:30. She looks around as the general sounds of the tavern have started to kind of wane down as you've heard the doors open many times and people come and most people have gone. The bard's kind of waning down, and at this point, there is just a very light song playing. She kind of looks around and goes, "Huh, I see your other compatriot has not come back yet. I assume he's having his own adventure for the night."
Let him do his thing.
Oh, I will. I'm just know if you have an angry woman coming chasing after you, it's likely Ariel's wife, which, you know,
Oh,
she did mention. Yes, she does wear a ring and did mention her wife in our conversation. So, but she's a well-known philanderer. So, here we are.
The wife of the harbor mistress.
The harbor mistress is the well-known philanderer. So,
Well, why
I
does she
sort of got
stay
that
with
vibe.
them? Why does she stay with her?
because she also treats her well.
But
I mean, she
if you
just
don't respect her, then
Oh, I've heard that they have mutual respect in their relationship. Well, one's a homebody and the other's not. And they both have an agreement, from what I've been told. But I try not to pry in other people's relationships because I don't want that kind of, as the kids say, tea. So, but I think I may retire for the evening too. I do have a business to run tomorrow.
yeah, absolutely. This was really
Mm.
very fun.
Oh, I did assume at some point you all would want to investigate my old residence, as we talked about earlier today. So I did bring you a key. She puts a key on the table.
Got a key.
That's my old house, not
Is
my
it the
not my
key to her heart?
current.
Sorry.
Her house is now heart shaped. No. Uh, um, you're welcome to do whatever you wish. I haven't been there in a while. It's likely very dirty on the outside and inside. So, I mean, unless Grisrenu's been staying there, but I don't see why he would be. He normally stays with his partner. So, but this was fun.
Yeah,
Maybe we can do it again.
I'd
It
love
was
to do
it
it.
was it was fun to dance with you.
Agreed. Well, she puts her heels back on, goes back to being 6'8". And as she finishes her drink, puts all of her stuff kind of off to the side, she goes to shake your hand, Emmerich. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. And she just gives you this wink, this knowing wink of what you were doing the whole night.
Me? No.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
just a knowing
Wait.
wink and a smirk.
No wink.
And then
Wait, is it knowing or is she flirting?
no, it's
Does Jean take this as flirting? Like they just shook hands and they winked.
give me a perception check because
Oh,
she was trying
shit.
to wink from the side of the eye, like the one eye was on the opposite side of where you see.
Gene
You don't
and
even
Emmerich are
notice.
about to
All
be
you-
Okay,
more
perfect.
All you see
buddies.
is it's like she grabs Marin's hand, and instead of doing what you would expect, or Emmerich's hand, what you expect to be a very firm, like sailor grasp, she grabs your hand with enough force that you know she can, but then she grabs she kind of clasps your hand in both of her hands and says again, "Thank you." And then you get that knowing wink. And then she goes over to Genevieve, takes you by the hand, and kisses your hand and says, "Well."
Oh damn it! I wanted to kiss her hand. I wanted to kiss her hand. She made me do it.
And
Oh my
as she turns to leave, she waves and goes, "Au revoir," and just walks out.
She speaks
Damn
French.
it.
You're a giant.
Ah.
And she goes home.
I think that Jean literally melts into her chair the way that I just did in real life. None of you saw, but you all can feel it. As soon as she leaves, and like Jean just kind of looks over at you, Emmerich, like
I mean,
I have no idea what just happened. I did 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 we do good? Did we do?
I think you did exquisitely, Gene.
I have never felt this way about anyone before.
Well, it's a very good, strong, important feeling that we will all hopefully come across one day. What a weird thing to say. But hey.
I would expect
We
that
are
from
reminded
us.
that Emmerich does not have the riz.
What's funny is Imric is a charisma character. Just
Yup.
has no riz
Yup.
about it. That's
But-
funny.
I think you did a great job, Gene. How are you? You feeling? You feeling good after that?
I feel spectacular.
We'll invite her to dinner again. Maybe we can surprise her with some flowers.
She liked some dahlia?
The black dahlia, she said. But
What is-
lavender is also good.
Doesn't lavender like make you sleepy?
You're asking the wrong person here, Gene. I'm just a guy who does a little bit of magic. Also, she was talking about that helicopter toy thing at the enchanter's place. You hear about that?
I'm not going to lie, I was distracted by her eyes most of the time.
That's understandable. She seems
And also
like
also her
amazing.
biceps. And other parts of her body, but mostly eyes and biceps.
Well, she seems like an amazing woman.
How am I supposed to kill her brother? This is
We don't need to worry about that right now. Maybe we don't need to kill her brother.
that is my life goal is to kill her brother, and I do not know what else to do with myself.
We can figure that out when we get there, but we've had this conversation before. There's no ways to just capture her brother.
I believe this would still count as failure. I can attempt. Honestly, if I tried to ask any questions, I would probably be killed. So I probably should not. I, it's more of a do what you are told, do not ask questions sort of vibe.
Well, we can cross that bridge when we get there, but for now, let's just see what happens. We could go over to her old home, go investigate stuff. As we're on our way of catching Grazrenew, we can see where Orble and you head off to. Nothing's for certain yet.
Of course. Well, I suppose we should. Marin is okay, right? We do not need to go and kill anyone tonight for Marin.
Is Marin here with us?
No, Marin left with some sushi
Marin's still
sushi to
gone?
go. Yeah. Marin's not coming back tonight.
I mean, Marin could turn into a little mouse or something if he gets in trouble. I think he'll be fine.
Okay, Marin, that is the extent of Jean's like thoughtfulness of her friends. It like you give one word of he's probably fine, and Jean's like, okay, I believe you. That is the extent of her ability to feel for other people.
Except
Fair
Orbo.
enough.
All
How
right.
about we get some sleep
Yeah.
and we'll go check out Orbo's old place.
That sounds like a good plan.
Gotcha.
Maybe we find some flowers and drop them off to Orbel's current place
I
afterward.
think that's a fantastic idea, Gene.
All right. So you
Oh,
guys.
this is now a dating sim.
Oh no. A dating
We
sim
turned
with...
Alex's D&D game into a dating sim.
a dating sim with the occasional murder.
Yeah.
It's just The Sims.
Wait, is that not normal dating sims?
That's just The Sims. Where's Death? You need to date Death. Yes. So you guys can all benefit from a long rest as the two of you recover here at the Filthy Xylophone, and Marin recovers at the harbor. And then Marin, you can head back, and you arrive back before the others wake up, about 30 minutes or so before the others start to kind of wake for the day. So as you arrive, you kind of hang out for a little bit. Anything you want to do before the others wake up?
Can I cast Mage?
I will order some breakfast and heading to their room.
Okay. You guys are awoken by breakfast brought to you from Marin. But yeah, when you wake up, if you want to cast Mage Armor, you certainly can.
Thank you.
But yeah, all three of you are now the next day, benefit from a long rest, all your stuff resets. And Marin is back with breakfast.
Wait, what's the breakfast? Is it just sushi?
No, it's more of like a traditional breakfast. There's some eggs, there's some toast, there is some coffee, some juice, and they even have like this whole grain porridge, almost like an oatmeal of sorts.
Thank you, Marin.
Jean takes the porridge because that feels most like the gruel she's used to. And like eats around. If there's like anything nice in the gruel, she starts by eating around it. Like if there's any like berries or like sweetness or anything, she's like, no, what is this? This doesn't belong here.
I have to reward myself. That's the end.
Yeah. It's more like she eats around it because she's not used to it, and then she's like, oh, I guess this is still here, and then she's like, whoa, this is tasty.
There you go. But yeah, the day is yours to do whatever you so choose.
Marin, Jean, and Orbo are making amazing progress. Just
I don't say amazing.
Just while they were dancing, they were talking. They were talking.
Gavin was
about
here
their,
for the dancing.
They were talking about their future kids and where they're gonna.
We were not talking
move,
about our future children.
what they're gonna do when they grow older and like old and withered, and when they're on their deathbeds together. Oh,
They're not going to be
planning
on
their
deathbeds
entire life
together.
together.
She is going to die before me, unfortunately. That is inevitable.
Well, that's really tragic.
Orcs do not live like that long in the grand scheme of fantasy races.
Jean, if you want to die on the same deathbed, just come to me, okay? I can handle it. I'll help you out. But anyways,
Here's
I
a
think we're
fireball
getting
for you
married.
both. That was
I'm sorry, I need
unexpected.
to immortalize that quote. If you want to die on the same deathbed, come to me.
Oh man, that was good. That was good.
Anyways, I think they're getting married. But I think we should go over to her old residence.
We do not have any other leads to find Gaia's news, so I think we will just go and go there.
Want to go to the island?
Oh, I suppose there is all the islands, but we don't have a boat, do we?
No, but
I-
we might be able to use
I
stamps.
figure it might be pretty easy to arrange one. I mean, worst case, we just get a small boat and go over there ourselves and have them drop us off nearby and get our paper boat to head over there.
It's true.
All right, let us go check out the house of Dumal.
Yup.
All right, so you guys take about the next 45, 60 minutes just casually walking through town towards the West Ward. Um, Walking through Old Town, walking through the Five Barrows. Eventually, you guys make it over here. And you follow the little directions that you were given by Orble. And eventually, you arrive outside a older looking home that doesn't seem like it was the most well cared for on the outside. Now, what's interesting is on the outside of here, there are, it's a little, like you go into this neighborhood and you got to go down about a quarter mile of a driveway into like this little secluded spot. And out front of this house, there is um, chopped wood, that like chopped firewood that's kind of there, but it looks like it's been there for a while. There's a rusted firewood chopping axe. There's a few planters out front, but the plants that are in there look like a combination of old withered plants and like weeds that have grown up and sprung up into it, and then like dandelions and other kind of what are considered pest plants. And the lawn is pretty overgrown. The windows are all kind of, a lot of them are boarded up. There are cobwebs and dirt and lots of just non-taken care of outside of a home. And as you approach, the door is locked. You do have the key, so.
Yeah, I think I'd just open up the door.
All right. You open.
Okay.
You unlock the door and open the door, and then as you kind of step in, much to your surprise, you see a well-maintained house on the inside. The house, you can probably see the entirety of the house map right now, which is good because that's what you should see. You see as you kind of walk in, there is a small little living area with a couch, a chair, and a bench, and a little coffee table in the middle, with a kind of wood-burning fireplace. It looks like it had fire burning recently in it. It's not currently burning. There's a dining room area with some chairs. There is a kitchen and a washroom area, and there's 3 bedrooms, of which you kind of expected based on the living situation of what Orble described, having her parents, herself, and then her younger sibling. You expect there to be 2 to 3 bedrooms. So everything in the house for size and description kind of makes sense. It's just interesting that the inside looks decently recently lived in compared to the outside, which looks not cared for one bit.
Like, being able to see that the inside is kept, is there like a like suspicious lack of trail of dust right outside the door? Like, or like, is there signs that the people have been coming in and out of the front door? If that makes any sense.
Yes, as you kind of look in when you open around, you see that there is, it's not showing on the map here, so I'll just draw it. There is a little section right here, this little green square on the inside, where it looks real dusty and unkept outside, but as soon as you cross the threshold, it looks like people have actively taken off their footwear and stepped inside and put it what would be on that little small little rug there, as that rug is covered in dirt and cobwebs and stuff, but the rest of the house in this area seems like it's very well kept. So it looks like whoever's stepping in has made an active effort not to bring the outside inside. And vice
Well,
versa.
now I have to take off my shoes as I enter because I can't mess up Bay's house. Now that I've seen that's where the shoes go.
From the sign, like how many dirt that's left on the mat, can I tell how many occupant has it been?
It looks, just looking at it, it looks like it's probably had between like 2 and 4 pairs of shoes. It looks like there are what would be the like as Jean puts her shoes kind of in a section, you see about that equivalent amount of dirt and dust, heavier in two spots and lighter in two other spots. So it looks like it more commonly has two people here, but has had more in recent times. So
And
If you guys don't take off your
uh,
shoes, I'm going to tell you to take off your shoes.
are all of these bedroom door open or closed?
they're open.
They're open.
Yep, and when you look through them, these are windows. Which for these ones, these windows are all boarded up. All of the windows in the house are boarded up, so all the light that you can see seems to be from like magical enchantments of like continuously burning flames, or somebody has enchanted something with the equivalent of like the light spell. And there are a few dancing lights that are just kind of floating around the interior of the house, just like as Emmerich steps in, you see a couple of the dancing lights kind of float over to you, but then they kind of move with you to kind of light your way around this place. So it's well lit enough on the inside that you can see clearly, you can move around with no problem, but not enough light that it would peer through the boarded up portions of the windows. So.
And this is a one-story house,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
It is time to look for les indices, les clues.
I gonna have our, well, I don't know if I can have all of our pet, but at least I'll have my pet. And I'll kindly ask Imric to have his pet hanging outside the door in case to give us any, in case there's any like approaching.
Oh, Buddy can maybe
So-
stick around for any grass renew traces.
Okay.
I have two very separate goals, and goal one is obviously any trace of grass residue, but goal two is to clock anything that I can use for knowledge of Orble to help with my suit. If there's anything like art that I can see that I can reference, or if there's any like fabrics or colors that I'm noticing, like I just want to help paint a fuller picture of this person that I'm trying to woo.
Okay. All right.
But I also am looking for grass anew. I'm a little distracted.
So you can all roll me investigation checks.
Okay. I also gonna summon a wolf just to hang out at the front door.
Okay.
Since we have to utilize Buddy for.
All right. So
Smelling around.
you're summoning just like an actual little wolf. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That works.
Did my investigation work? No, it didn't. No. Oh, guys!
You guys are not the
We
investigatory
find
type.
nothing.
Can I maybe use insight on where I would put a secret clue if I was a person hiding stuff here?
Sure.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
So, if this was your house, Imric, where do you think you would hide something?
Under carpets or behind paintings, or if I know which one is Graz Renew's room, the maybe one undone bed. I don't know if that's like actually true or not, but
So, we'll wait. That bed is not actually undone.
okay.
We lost
All the
Ginger.
beds are like the same. Ginger's gone. Okay. Why is
Oh, Ginger's
everyone
back.
leaving?
We're back. All right. So, thinking of the places that you would hide a clue: behind paintings, under carpets, under beds. You look around, and there are two paintings in this place. One's very old, like decades old, and one is much more recent, like likely within the last year. The one that is decades old, which you can all see because there's one hanging right here on this wall between these two rooms, and there's one hanging on this wall right here. So the one hanging between the two rooms right here is the old one. I'm gonna just draw some squares here. This red one will be the old one, and then this blue one will be the new one. So the red one is a very large, almost 3/4 floor to ceiling painting. It's about 3.5 to 4 feet wide. There are 4 people in this painting. They are all orc and half orc. You see some look more orcish than others, but kind of looking at it, you see there are 2 adults in this picture, and there are 2 children in this picture. And the children are like almost a light purplish color, almost the same skin tone as you, Emmerich. Looking at it and knowing whose house it is, it seems that these are likely the Dumal parents, and then the older sibling looks like a younger Orble, and then the younger sibling looks like a Grazrenew child version. Then in the newer picture, the one that you're standing in front of right now, you see there is an adult who you know to be Grazrenew because you have seen them, even for that split second between the shadows. And then his female orcish partner, who you believe is the partner whose name escapes me at this exact moment. But
So
I got
so
this.
let me
I got
so
this. I got this.
Samar.
Samar, that's
Samara, yeah.
it. Yep.
Like it starts with an S,
Yeah.
ends with an R, but there's other letters in the middle.
Samar. Yes, this one looks fully like it's Grazrenew and Somar, and it looks like it has been painted and placed within the last year. And this one, compared to the other one, does not look like it has a speck of dust on it at all. The painting itself looks fresh and clean and dusted, and the area around it looks fresh and clean and dusted. This whole wall is very clean in comparison to the other painting, which looks like it's been doing nothing but gathering dust. And kind of looking at it with that insight and everyone else as you kind of look at it, you get the feeling that that painting holds more importance to whoever is in this residence than the other one.
They've
Just how they
been
take care of
here.
Yes.
Can I take out my detect personinator and see if I get any whiffs of anything in this space?
Yes, you can. As you pull it out, you get pings of Grazrenew everywhere in this home. Knowing that it's his childhood and his family home,
No, yeah.
it doesn't shock you
Not
that
like
there's stuff everywhere.
Yeah, it does not shock me, but I had to try.
But as you kind of try and focus and see if like one area is more robust with the aroma of Grazrenew, that's a sentence I didn't expect to say. You find that the room over here on the left has more of a sense of his personage than any other space in this house. So.
Well, I'm gonna go investigate.
All right, roll on in there and give me whatever check you feel is most appropriate.
Are you heading towards the room to investigate?
Yeah.
I'm gonna head outside and go by the window.
Okay.
And just kind of walk around the room in general as I head there.
Yeah. As you walk around, the windows are all boarded up. The outside of the house does not look like it's been taken care of. It kind of looks like someone has made an active effort to make this place look unlived in. Roll me a Arcana or a Insight check, Marin.
Okay, insight is much better, so let's go with that.
Okay. You can't tell exactly what specific school of magic it is because you are more of a natural caster than anything. But you know that there has been some type of magical incantation placed on this house and the area surrounding this house. Like the land and the house itself seems to be coated in almost a blanket of some type of magic. So because as you reach out and you touch the house and you would try and rub off some of the dirt, nothing moves. And it feels like magic.
Telepathically, I will tell Imric about that.
Okay.
Okay. Was this house was it ever for sale or anything? Do we know that?
You don't know. And now that you think about it, it seems very odd that a family who doesn't live here and hasn't lived here in decades would keep in possession a house that isn't used and not do anything with it.
I mean, that was kind of sus. I just assumed the like housing market wasn't completely fucked or shady in this world.
I will kind of head to the window and see if I can see inside and if I can open the window
Um,
as Jean entering the house, the room.
Yeah. you can barely see through a small crack, and the only reason that you can even barely see through there is because you know where Jean's coming from, and so you can kind of see through a one little slit, and you can kind of see Jean like directly in front of you right now as Jean gets like right here. But it's not enough that you would be able, like, if there was a light right in front of this crack, it's not enough that it would really grab anybody's attention from the outside either. So you're barely able to see, but you can see a sliver of Jean Freeman from where you are.
Okay.
Jean, as you walk in this room, you start to get stronger pulsations from the cabinetry in here, and as you kind of go through them, you see that you're getting. So your olfactory senses start to tingle as you kind of open the cabinetry and the drawers, and what you expect to be just either empty or rotted drawers or old clothes, as you open them, you see freshly laundered linens folded with the smells of freshly washed laundry. You're getting vanilla, you're getting very pleasant, clean, soap-based smells from the drawers. And it's not just male clothing that's in these drawers. There's also female clothing that's in these drawers. There's undergarments, there's overclothes, and as you kind of look over, you see that you're getting a strong ping from the bed as well, and you imagine this is likely the room where recently Grazrenew has probably resided. And seeing
Do
as,
I have any sense about like we had that other room in the inn that kind of gave a ping?
Mhm.
Is there any sense of more recent ping than that, or is it just kind of like just vibes of vague recentness?
The clothes smell like you've smelled dirty clothes and fresh laundry. Like everyone has had laundered clothes.
Yeah, those are reasonable
Yes,
things for people
yes.
to have smelled.
Right.
Well, it's
So
what we smell like this entire time, honestly.
true. The clothes smell like they have probably been washed within the last day or two, and
Okay.
then put away. So you're kind of getting the vibe that this place has been used within the last 24 to 48 hours.
God, the desire to just hang out here until they show up again and just be sitting in the chair and being like,
That's
"Hello."
literally what I'm thinking.
That's what I want to do.
I don't think that's a bad idea. I think that's actually a great idea.
Emmerich, roll me a history check.
I've got expertise in that. Oh yeah, and it shows.
You know that when paintings are done, they're not always what they seem. Sometimes people put hidden messages in paintings, sometimes people put hidden switches in them, or
Oh, shoot.
secrets
Okay.
painted within them or behind them or whatnot.
I am searching this painting.
As you search this painting, you kind of like first you try and feel out the magicals, and you kind of reach out arcanically and see if anything kind of reaches out to you. And nothing really reaches out to you from this painting, as you're getting the message from Marin that the house itself is blanketed in arcane magic. So you're kind of trying to narrow it down what you're looking for. So utilizing your natural arcane magics in your physical touch on these paintings, you kind of go from the top of the frame, feel the top, down to the bottom. You can't really stretch your arms to the top and the sides because I don't imagine you have a super long wingspan, but you're able to like reach it with one arm and down the sides and beneath and the other
I'm
side.
tall.
How tall are you?
I'm like 6'3". with
Oh.
very lanky limbs.
Oh, then yeah, you for sure can reach
I'm
the
fucking
sides
the
of it.
shortest among this group. Jesus Christ.
Short are you?
Everybody's
I'm
tall.
like-
You were able to like reach the top of the painting. You put your hands all the way from corner to corner down the sides and at the bottom. I mean, as you're kind of going down and feeling behind the edges of the painting and just like feeling around all of it, you get to about 3/4 of the way down on the left side. And as you're feeling the two sides equilaterally, you feel there's a notch missing behind a portion of the frame about 3/4 of the way down that left side. So, and you finish like investigating it, and that's the only difference in the entirety of the frame.
What do you mean, like a notch, like a keyhole? What does that mean, a notch missing?
So as you're kind of like sliding your hands down the side, it almost feels like a space wide enough for a finger to slide into and kind of rest and then continue out of. Kind of like you're giving a fingerprint on like a fingerprint
I
scanner.
shove my finger in there.
I mean, that's totally
Yeah,
fair.
Just in case we get sucked into the painting, I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna loop around the house to finish investigation and
Okay.
come back inside.
Okay.
Whatever.
I think
that
for the record,
coming is
after I'm
going to
done,
be-
Yeah.
I'm kind of just watching you investigate. For the record, and so I just see you just stick your finger in it.
As you shove your finger into this notch that you feel at the back of the painting, all of you hear a and you hear like a gear turn, and Imric, as you kind of take your attention to where you think you hear the sound from, all of a sudden you feel this searing pain run up your hand, up your arm, into your shoulder.
Ooh.
And as you
For trips.
pull your hand out, one, it's just dripping with blood, and two,
Ooh.
your finger has been stripped of all flesh and musculature, and your bone broken.
Ooh.
It looks mangled.
Oh, Emmerich is on
You'll
the
take
floor rolling
2 points of damage.
Oh, only two. Okay.
Well, 4
Okay.
kills a normal commoner, so let that be known.
Oh shit. Okay.
You say 2 points of damage? Well, in that case, I'm not
Emmerich.
casting a healing word on.
I know. I was. I
Save
could.
my
Can you
finger,
lay on hands for 2 points?
Yeah,
please?
Yeah.
you can do it.
I will-
As low as 1.
Oh my god.
I will lay on hands, and by lay on hands, I mean I'm gonna poke you and be like, "Get up, loser! You are a wimp."
Do
And
you
then
see my finger, Gene? It's gone.
it looks like you lost less than like less than 2% of your total stamina. So I have
There's no skin on it, Gene.
as she pokes you and says, "Get up, loser," the pain goes away, and you look at your hand. And do you remember in the Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser back in the late 90s, early 2000s, when the mummy grows his flesh and it kind of like almost like fibers like a weaver? It kind of like weaves his flesh all together and makes him look like a human.
Dude, I'm sorry, that's too old for me.
Wow.
What? Oh wait, I forgot you were a baby.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well,
Dude,
I'm
basically,
sorry.
you
I'm gonna go to the old folks home now. Bye.
I'm sorry.
fine,
I saw that
I'm with
movie
you on that.
once, but I'm like,
Oh man, we really
6
are old,
years
Gene.
old.
We're the only ones that got the reference I paid. All right, I gotta pick
I'm
newer references.
sorry.
You're fine. You see the skin from your hand starts to kind of regrow, and it's almost like a surgeon's thread. It kind of wraps around your finger, and then your flesh kind of refills itself, and your bone. You watch it go from like your middle knuckle be at like a 90-degree angle to just turning, and back. It is not a not painful process. You slowly watch your bone break into position, your skin regrow, and
Ooh.
it's very painful. But you're healed completely now for your 2 points of damage you took in your hand. Your finger looks a little discolored compared to the rest of it. It looks a little lighter in color with fresh skin.
Oh my god. Gene, I think it was meant for you. I think you've got the key. Just try your finger in there. Oh man.
Well, you guys heard a gear turn when you did it.
Would you say at this point I finished looping around the house,
Mhm.
and then come to the front door?
And you see that Imric's just getting up, like looking at his hand in pain.
Marin, the key is that Jean needs to put her finger in the painting. That's the key. I've solved the riddle.
Yeah, let's not hurt ourselves a little further than what we need to. What happened when you put your finger in there?
It got cut off, Marin. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine.
Other than that part, what else happened?
Some gears were turning. I think.
Oh, gear.
Can I try like pulling open the painting like a door?
Yeah,
Yes, please.
you certainly can. All right. So as you pull the painting, you try to pull the painting. Nothing in particular happens with the painting. It's kind of just stuck to the wall. Like you move it around a little bit, but it doesn't like come off like it's a hinge to a door from Harry Potter that opens. But you can all give me perception checks.
Well, what's the point if it's not like Harry Potter? I play D&D to be the most like Harry Potter that I can, right?
Facts. It's not like the books.
Not like the books.
Roll, Gene.
I mean, you don't have to.
Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I was distracted.
I'm still thinking about you being too young for the mummy.
How did that feel, Alex?
I mean, I already am older than a lot of people I know. I work with some 18 and 19-year-olds. I'm like, we're old. I'm like, guys, I'm literally almost twice your age, so get over it.
Damn.
I'm 35, homies.
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, with
29 very soon.
with your play when it feels weird. So with your very high perception, Marin, as Emmerich is trying to move the painting, and you heard the gear. It wasn't a quiet gear sound. You kind of follow where you think you remember hearing the gear sound come from, and you go over this way, and as you kind of make it into this room, you see popping out of the floor over here, there is a little hatch that has kind of made itself known. It seems like the floorboards that were there, they're all still the same direction and they're all still flush. It just looks like a person-sized square floorboards kind of just elevated by about a quarter of an inch, and you can see it just because you rolled so high on your perception. You see that it just looks a little elevated. So
Okay.
yeah, it's enough that you can see it there, but enough that if you didn't know what you were looking for, you could very easily miss it. So.
I will go ahead and have the not dog but my wolf come in the house.
Okay.
And
Have your wolf.
and kindly ask, I don't know who. I guess I will do that myself. And go ahead and close the door and lock it back in position before I head over to the hatch.
For sure.
Buddy can talk to me telepathically.
Correct.
Like a good distance? I don't know. If
I
go
think
into
basically you
this
have
thing
up to like 1,000. I'd say whatever the find familiar distance is, I think you can give orders up to 100 feet, and after that, I think you can't really hear them too much anymore.
Okay. I'm going to.
I think that's how it goes.
We're gonna use that rule if that's okay.
Yeah, I can look it up. I can look up find familiar real quick.
I'd like to cast invisibility on Buddy,
Okay.
and I want to extend it so that it lasts 2 hours. And I just want him to stay outside and keep a lookout for us.
Okay. Let's see. When it's within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically, and with an action, you can see and hear through its eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn. After that 100 feet, you can't do that anymore. Outside of 100 feet, you just can't communicate with them. I would say because of your guys' connection with them, you would always have a general idea of where they are in the world, but outside of 100 feet, you can't directly influence what they're doing, because otherwise they just take the dodge action and try and survive. And if you've given
outside of 100 feet, could we like potentially try to be like, hey, come back? I would say
that you could put out that the vibes are bad, and then they would roll to see what they decide to do with those vibes. They'll vibe check and
Okay.
see what happens.
Well,
Okay.
can I just tell
Oh, yeah.
Buddy that like, if we ever go outside of 100 feet and anyone shows up to this house,
Mm-hmm.
I want him to run up to within 100 feet and warn us.
Absolutely. I'm just gonna put this little dot on you so I know that you're concentrating on your
Oh my
invisibility.
gosh, it's concentration! I'm still gonna do it, but I completely forgot about that.
What's
Um,
concentration?
I look at my friends here.
Uh-huh.
No longer my companion, but my friends.
Aww.
Oh,
See
snap.
if I'm like, should we do the we gonna busting with an X strategy, or we gonna go with the I turn into a lizard strategy?
Ooh. I said we get sneaky. Gene?
Is Ginger back?
Sneaky
Mhm,
okay with you?
I am not particularly sneaky.
But how about we just stay here and let Marin be sneaky?
Oh, that I am okay with that. If we want to, yeah, I'm fine with that conceptually.
Perfect.
Okay. I establish my telepathic communication with Imric. See if that works without Moon. That works without the us seeing each other, right? At least your ability, not my
Mine
ability.
does, yeah. But
Yeah,
mine
yeah.
only lasts for like 10 minutes.
Well, that's probably enough for us to do something.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to stay that with you.
Yeah,
And
you
then
just have
attempt
to
to
be able to.
lizard.
You just have to be able to see the creature within 60 feet for your telepathic ability to like send them messages, Marin. But he can communicate telepathically at any
Yeah,
distance.
I know his is
5
much stronger.
miles.
I know his is much stronger. That's why I always
Yeah.
look after him for
Yeah.
long distance
I've got 5
communication.
miles of
Telepathy.
Yeah. Yup.
So you are
You
heading
okay with
down.
that word?
You are heading downstairs with your wolf, or just by yourself, Marin.
I'm wild shaping by myself. I'm wild shaping to a lizard,
Okay.
like when we did in
Yes.
Obu's house, and
Okay.
just going there.
All right. Well, I will do this. Let me grab Marin's token. All right. So you're gonna lift the lid of this little hatch and head down.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay. So you start to head down, and you, because there is no light down here, and you don't have dark vision, you don't see anything.
Does lizard has dark vision?
I don't know.
Let's see.
No way.
I don't think.
Sorry, I
So.
don't actually know, but like if cats
feel
don't
like-
have dark vision,
I feel like all reptiles have dark vision. That's just like a thing.
Which one do I? Oh, wild shape.
If you went into a regular
Lizard.
lizard, here, let me just add regular lizard into your little thingy here real quick. You do. As a lizard, you get 30 feet of dark vision.
whoa!
Okay, that certainly worked.
All right, so now you can see what you can see. You climb down. This little thing here is what you start climbing down, and it's basically a little hatch ladder. So little like ladder that you would go up into like an attic. And you see what you see.
Is it like dusty? Is it clean on the floor? On everything?
The floor is relatively clean. It looks like this place could have been used for other things. Actually, yeah, that's right. You can ignore this ladder here. I didn't see it before, so I made new stairs. But that's just an old ladder that people use for construction stuff. But when you're down here, you see there's lots of different things utilized for storage down here. There are crates, there are boxes, there are shelves. And it looks like a basement that has probably been used more in the past, but is kind of not quite in disrepair, but in maybe uncommon usage right now. The floor and everything in here doesn't look as dirty as you would expect it to be for a basement that was hidden by a secret hatch, but it looks like it may have been used. But just looking from the stairs that you are on right now, that's about all you can notice.
Imric, it looked like a normal basement for now. With my 20 foot of movement, I'm gonna come here. Still the same.
Yep, you still see the same thing. You see in this place, you got your four walls. These stone squares here in the middle, these just look like support beam pillars for the floor above. And you can see that this here is likely some type of bar that people used. This here is more of like storage shelves, almost like the equivalent of like bookcases and whatnot. And then it kind of goes over here in this way as well. And you see everything you can see from right here.
Okay. For the record, I would say I'm climbing on the ceiling.
Yeah, that's fine. You
There is. Okay.
So you can climb up the walls onto the ceiling. The ceiling's much dustier than the floor, obviously, but yeah, you can climb around.
Okay. So I didn't see, with my perception, I did not see anything that's risky or has people come by before.
There's roll me a perception check with
Okay.
your it will just be with your regular perception since you keep that.
My regular perception. Okay.
Yeah, because it keeps when you wild shape, you get to keep all of your mental stats. So it's the same one. It adds them automatically into your lizard stat block. So Jesus, a 27 as a lizard. That's wild. Looking around, this looks like just a normal regular basement that could have been used for other situations, but this wall over here looks a little suspicious as far as like this square of the wall here looks like regular brick, and then here to here it looks like regular brick, but this square directly in front of you looks a little off color, as like it looks very close, but the gray brick looks a hair lighter than it probably should.
Okay. I will sorry. Message, I guess, Imric and be like, hey, you can come down here. There's a full wall, and we may be able to use some pushing because I want to stay in this shape for a while.
Gene, it's time to go.
Time to leave. Oh, time to go down to the basement?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you are all heading down to the basement?
Yup.
Alright, let me pull. Are you bringing your wolf down here, or is your wolf staying upstairs to guard?
The wolf will come down with me.
Okay, let me see if I can do.
If he's unable to climb, I will kindly ask Jean to see if she can carry him down.
Oh, 100. I will carry that doggo down. And yes, I know it's a wolf, but it is a doggo now.
Alright, so you guys.
I will track the dog.
Yes, I got him over here. I just had him off the page. I just had to move some stuff around. So you guys can see everything that you can see, and except for Genevieve, who doesn't have vision, because it's dark.
And with my you see a little lizard coming by on this side of ceiling. And
I see nothing.
Coming here, drop on Imric's shoulder, and be like, and kind of with my little lizard feet, I will point to this wall and be like, there is a thing there.
Genevieve, do you have a torch or any way to make magical light, or does anyone have any way to make magical light so Genevieve can see?
I genuinely don't.
I can cast dark vision when I'm in a freaking lizard.
I have torch in my inventory.
You can light your torch if you want.
Wait, we have the internal.
I have
the
9
lantern.
torches.
We have that lantern of ever brightness.
Oh yeah.
You do have the lantern.
Maybe
Don't you? Doesn't the lizard have it, and thus we don't have
No.
it?
All of our stuff is in a portable hall.
Well, that's also on
Is
your
it?
person, which melts in
But
with you.
No, I have the purple.
It's
Oh,
on
do you?
Imric. It's on Imric.
Do you?
It's there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I gave it to Imric as an apology
We
of my
have the-
stuff in the freaking jail.
Okay, sweet.
You right. You right. You just need to.
Also,
That's
one of
fine.
our 29 magic mushrooms might give us dark vision.
Might.
Might.
You want to eat a magic
I think
mushroom
if-
and see?
I know we did give a bunch to
Yeah.
Obu at
We
one
gave
point.
20. We still have 29 left.
Okay.
But I mean, shoot, if I can just open the hole and if the lamp is in there, then
It is. Let me see how much light gives from a continual flame, because that's what that is. It's just a regular torchlight, I think. Yeah, so Man, I went through all that just to know what I already knew. It's
But I'll
2020.
give it over to
Cool.
Gene.
All right. So you have
Wait, I now have 20/20 vision?
you have 20/20 brightness from this
I just
lantern,
wanted to say 20/20 vision. It's okay.
and it makes it in. Oh, actually, this light actually sheds light in a 120-foot cone. The closest 60 feet is bright light, and the furthest is 60. So you actually have 60/60. So
Oh.
you give off 60 bright, 60 dim.
And that's not just for you; it's for everyone.
Yeah, everyone can see from you now. Cool. All right. So the lizard points to the wall over there, and it definitely looks suspicious. So
Can I check the suspicious wall for traps?
yeah, it's right over here at the caddy corner. Here, I'll put you right here. Bam, right there. Go ahead and
Look
roll
at the
me.
towers.
How do you want to check it for traps? Let me ask you that.
Let's put our hands everywhere on the wall.
You certainly could do that.
Don't even look at it. Just close your eyes and start pushing at random bricks. None of them will be trapped.
I mean, like, can I take one of my, like, 6 daggers that I have and just kind of, like, carefully poke at it and or, like, slide under things to look for any, like, tripwires or, you know, like, just any, basically a mixture of poking and just, like, randomly, like, slashing at things.
Yeah, just roll me a straight dexterity check.
I will
It's not a
climb
very
onto my
high.
wall.
It's not a very high DC. It was a 5, so it does not. You don't find any traps, but you do find, as you're kind of poking around with the dagger, you find that one of the bricks seems to dislodge a little bit, and as you kind of poke at it to dislodge it, it feels like it needs some type of unlocking mechanism, whether that is sheer force, whether that is a key, whether that is something else. You don't
Does
know.
our previous key work?
It does not.
Can I try my key? No? Damn it.
There's no.
Can I try my fists?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
I like how that went from, oh, I have a key. Does that work? No? Alright, time to punch it.
Smite the lock, oh mighty smite. Boom. With a 26, Gene, you punch the secret door lock, and as you shatter this brick open, you see that the wall kind of shifts back about 6 inches and slides to your left.
To the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box to the left.
And now you
In the
see
closet.
that you are stepping into what looks to be very much underground, like outside of the foundations of the home, but looks to be like this weird underground.
Okay, can I at this point, this is just too much of a suspicious basement, and I would like to call my bird, and I would like to write out a little note that's like, Orbital WTF sus basement? Like, did you, but no, okay, it's not gonna be WTF sus basement, it's gonna be, hey Orbital, did you know that there's a secret second, third basement in your house? And that's basically it. The question is just, did you know there was a secret second basement? And I'm gonna ask if my hawk called Hawk can go and just send that to her.
Yeah, certainly. Your hawk called Hawk.
Also tell her the house is pretty well upkeep. So
Oh,
far.
okay, fine. I'll say like Grazdanu and Samar have clearly been living here. You know, I'll give her a brief rundown. Did you know about secret basement? You know, love Gene.
Ooh, love Gene. Okay.
No, I feel like love Gene. No, it's not.
If you don't want to say love Gene, that's fine.
Your letter, the love section is definitely an afterthought that you put on it.
But there's another part of me that wants to say XOXO, but I know that is also incorrect.
PPS.
Maybe what would be the like beefy way of saying sincerely at the end of your letter?
Regards is too professional.
Right,
Best
right.
part.
Which is yours.
Best wishes. Yeah, I think just yours, and I am hers, so it works.
There you go. All right.
Facts.
You send this letter via messenger pigeon, messenger hawk. All right. Yeah, it goes. Takes off. Your necrotic hawk flies away.
Nice. And now we can continue searching the secret basement. Sorry, I wanted to do that earlier, but I didn't think the basement was quite sus enough to ask about it.
Yeah.
But now that we're in the second sus part of the basement, I just had to.
That's valid. That is valid.
I can only handle one sus basement. That's the max number of basements.
Too many more basements? Deserve a letter. As you guys make it through the secret door and walk this way, there are a couple sleeping bags, as you see. There is also a small cage over here, a pile of bones over here, a table with some papers and a chair around it. And as you kind of maneuver down here further, you probably see it, but you'll see it once you get down here. There is a coffin over there.
Okay.
I want to check out everything.
Yeah, we're searching every single little.
Go for it. Y'all can make me investigations or perceptions or whatever checks you feel are most appropriate to what you're trying to accomplish.
Are there any like occult stuff that I can use religion on?
Yeah, go ahead. Because you can
Yeah?
use religion on the coffin or the table or pretty much
Yeah.
12.
I
Okay.
was also gonna ask to use religion, but that's
That's-
probably not super helpful.
Or I can use my -1 investigation.
I mean, my investigation is slightly better than that, so I guess I'll investigate.
Okay. You're still thinking about what you could have
How I
written
should have
as
ended the letter.
Yes,
I
the
could have
sign off.
written love,
You're like, damn.
love Jean,
Could have been love. Could have been regards.
XOXO.
Forever yours.
Yeah.
Yours truly, sincerely.
I'm literally just standing exactly where I am on the map, and
Until next time.
+0 is slightly better than -1. It is mathematically accurate.
Okay, cool. Bye.
So we'll just go in order of how the rolls came up. So Marin, with a 15 perception, you can roll a perception for your wolf if you want as well, since it's down here and you control it.
So his
The-
perception is wisdom +2, so I'm just gonna roll d20.
18. The wolf rolls the best of all of you. Not shocking. So between you and your wolf, the wolf, shocking nobody, finds the bones and goes immediately to the bones. So he gets down here, and as you're down here, and as you kind of follow him for a second, you see that there is blood on the bones. There is some dried meat and tendinous fibrous material on these bones. And you, with your knowledge of nature and the natural world, these look very humanoid in the type of bones that they are. It looks like there's some femurs, there's some arm bones here, there's some fingers, there's a skull in here. There's also some animal bones. You can tell that just because you see a couple of small bird skulls and some other just smaller, thinner bones here. You also see in the cage that's right there too, there is blood that was in that cage, and there's remnants of rotten food. So it seems like something may have been being kept captive in that cage and then has since died or been destroyed, and these bones are the remnants of whatever was left down here. With your 12 for religion, using your knowledge of the occult and your just general sorcery and arcane religious insights, you see that this is a adult-sized coffin, probably for someone less than 7 feet tall, someone between like 5 foot to 7 foot, like so an average human size. And looking at the documents that you see on the table, you see that they are describing blood sacrifices, ritualistic sort of the ritualistic letting of blood from other humans to extend their life force, the person who is performing the ritual. As you kind of look at it and kind of read it, you get this tingling in your mind from a presence who you haven't talked to in a couple days. And you hear in deep speech just a like a scoff. Like, you know that if they were saying words to you, it would be in deep speech, so you get this disgusted scoff that you hear in the back of your head. And then you hear them do say, "Oh, mere mortals trying to utilize the powers of night to extend their own lives and gain power and immortality. It's always in vain, and they always end up in places they don't want, drinking the life of others to maintain their own." And then it hits you that this is very vampire-esque behavior.
Oh shit.
But as you look at the documents more, the documents don't mention Grazrenew too much. They do mention Grazrenew, but as you're reading them, they mention Grazrenew as more of a pleb in their overall plan that they are using.
It's that guy.
That they are
The boss.
using.
Is it Casimir? Is there any reference to Casimir?
The letter describes that Grazrenew is merely a pawn working in the daylight to keep suspicions as low as possible, under the direction of Casimir, who is also merely a pawn being used by somebody else.
Wait.
I still want to kill him.
Why is it in Grazren?
You see at the bottom, it says, well, the pawns have been useful enough. Maybe it's time that I rejoin this plane, and I rejoin the mortal fold, and bring my people back to the city. And it's in a script that it takes some time to kind of realize. You almost have to start utilizing comprehend languages, and you just kind of do it subconsciously as you're reading it, and you see that you're not really understanding them, but then they kind of start to shift and shape, and the letters kind of remold into something that you can read as you just your body just kind of subconsciously casts that spell for you through your reading. And you see that it's all in this very elegant, almost very, very old English, old French kind of script, very calligraphic. It's very like calligraphy, very nice looking old style calligraphy, fancy. And you see that the name, no, that's not the right button. The name Sandor is mentioned as the person who's giving direct orders to Casimir, who's giving direct orders to Grazrenew, and that neither one of them know the true plan, and eventually both will be sacrificed for the greater goal. And that Casimir's powers of persuasion and control can only extend so far as to a couple of people at once, whereas Casimir is one of many who are under the control of Sandor. So kind of thinking about it and putting them together,
It's a pyramid scheme.
It's an MLM scheme.
Oh my god.
It kind of feels like you... Roll me a history check real quick. We'll say at advantage.
Oh, at advantage.
Multi-level maliciousing. I was trying to turn MLM more evil.
You know that
Nice.
there are creatures, vampires, that have the ability to mind control and to warp the perceptions of others. And the stronger that they are, the stronger those powers of control can be utilized. and with them saying that Casimir can merely control less than a handful, but this Sandor can control many alongside Casimir, you feel that Grazanu might not be in full control of their faculties and doing what they're forced to be doing. Same with Somar. That this Casimir is controlling them while himself being controlled by this other being. So, and it references that their people are on that island and that they're going to bring them to the city. And
Sandor's people. Oh, I thought Sandor's.
Mm-mm.
I thought their people was like on a completely different plane.
Mm-mm. He mentions that his people that he has been raising and controlling are on that island. He himself mentions different planes, but that's all he kind of put in here. This looks more like, the documents look like they're ripped from a journal. So, look like they're journal entries for Sandor.
Wait.
For the rec-
From a journal.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on here?
For the record, are we in a cave? Like, is everything surrounding us a stone wall?
Yeah, it's more like dirt and stone.
Okay.
Okay, first off, I show this to the group, and then I'm gonna pocket it.
Yeah.
Journal entry from Sandor.
Mm-hmm.
Did you look into the coffin, or did you just found a note next to a coffin?
The coffin is closed. You did not say that you wanted to open it. You just saw it there, so you can open it if you want.
May I open the coffin?
Sure.
At this point, can I rejoin? I think I'm done
Yeah.
thinking about how I've said everything wrong.
Casimir is in the coffin, guys.
And you'd say that, and I'm gonna like pull out my sword, like ready to stab, because that's definitely what you do. That's 100% what you do, is you stab things in coffins with regular ass swords. But that's just her first reaction when you say he's in the coffin. I'm like, oh, okay, it's stabbing time. Not 100% realizing that I don't know whether or not you were serious.
I don't know if I'm serious either, man.
So you open the coffin?
I open the coffin.
Okay.
And I'm ready to start stabbing.
You're ready to start.
I'm ready for the boss fight.
Stabbing. As you open the coffin, it is empty.
I'm gonna just like lightly poke the air to make sure it's not invisible.
You lightly poke the air and nothing.
Completely empty.
The inside looks like it is lined with velvet, purple velvet. The wood on the inside of the lid looks blank, but looks like it is a dark oak. In contrast to the outside of the coffin, it looks like it's more weathered. It still looks like dark oak, it just looks very weathered. The inside looks very nice. But yeah, there's a purple velvet pillow lined with purple velvet inside this coffin. But yeah.
I just want to stab the pillow so that the next time the vampire's here, the pillow isn't as comfortable.
Okay.
Gee, you're a paladin. Can you bless this coffin or something? Can you make it so that he can't sleep in the coffin? If there is a vampire sleeping in the coffin. I assume that coffin means that.
Just put a bottle of holy water in there. Just soak the pillow with a bottle of holy water.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just make it so he needs to sleep on the floor now. And then I want to leave another letter. We're gonna leave another one like, hey, screw you, bud.
Okay.
I mean, I don't. Presumably, I don't have anything that can, at this level, keep him from coming back here.
I have a holy symbol. Can you use this as some?
Can I attempt to pull out some incense and this random holy symbol and my can I attempt to do some sort of evil ritual of vampire banishment?
Do you not
have a tax ID?
Wait, Guys,
We
I've
don't
got
have holy
another
water when
great
you are
idea.
starting equipment.
Sorry, what did you say? Sorry, two talking at the same time. Heard neither.
Do you not have holy water in your starting equipment?
I don't think so.
Okay. If you started as a paladin, then you do. But if not, then that's fine. Never mind. Out of
Here-
context.
Wait.
Immovable.
Hear me out, guys. What if, like, there's cushioning at the bottom of the coffin, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if we, like, tear out the cushioning? I have 9 wooden stakes. What if we tear out the cushioning, like, implant the stakes at the bottom of the
Sorry,
coffin,
wait,
and then just
why do you have
lightly-
9 wooden stakes?
Don't worry about it. I have 9 wooden stakes. And then we lightly lay the cushioning on top of the wooden stakes so that when he like goes to plop down, which hopefully he plops down and not just like floats down or something, he just dies.
Yeah, I have a bunch of other priest pack stuff, but not holy water. Like I have like incense and censer and an alms box.
Let me
But-
tell you. I've got
No,
Oh wait, no. Do I have
I mean, can I create holy water by taking some water and blessing it? I don't think that counts.
I have 9 stakes and 1 holy water.
Ooh.
Well, just so you know, you don't have it prepared, but you do have a spell that allows you to make holy water as a
Wait,
paladin.
do I?
Yeah, it's called ceremony. It's also the spell that lets you marry people and gives them a +2 AC for 7
I
days.
forgot that ceremony did anything besides give the marriage buff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I flat out forgot it did other things.
And it's great when you have a cleric and then a zealot barbarian who can get rezzed with no component cost because you just
Yeah,
all marry
and you
each
just-
other, and every day you just kill your barbarian and bring him back and remarry each other every week.
Great.
Good old
Yeah,
polycule.
sorry, I forgot that spell did anything beyond the marriage part of it. In my brain, that's all it did.
Yeah.
We can come back and bring some holy water tomorrow once I prepared the spell.
I will say, it's not the same as because I think there is a spell that doesn't your divine sense let you see. There's the Hallow spell. That's what I was looking to see.
Yeah.
What I'll say is, let me see what level is Hallow spell. Hallow is 5th level. Oh, and it takes 24 hours. So what I'll say is, if you want to take the hour and just do the ceremony and just burn the equivalent spell slot, I'll say that you could make the holy water right now and like soak the inside of the coffin with it. If
Hell
you
yeah.
want to.
Hell yeah.
Wait, people. The stake idea. But let's not discount that idea yet.
I'm not saying that we should not do that idea. I'm just saying I think the holy water will keep it from probably wanting to stay in here.
But
And
we put the holy water in, like, it can sense that before it sees and, like, sits on the stakes? You get what I'm saying?
look, I do not imagine anyone going down to bed with that much force that they are going to impale themselves.
I personally think this is a better idea
That's funny.
because I don't think the holy water will kill the vampire. It might annoy it. The stakes is either going to annoy it or kill it. It has better chances.
Yeah.
The thing with the holy water is it might make it so that it can't rest here. And wait, Jean doesn't know all of the stuff I know about vampires. Hold up. Hold up. Can I make it a vampire check to know how much I know about vampires?
Sure.
I read it. Yeah.
Before I start metagaming too hard on what I think about vampires?
Yeah.
But like history?
History or religion?
Oh, shoot, religion would have been better. It's okay, 14 is fine.
Well, what's your religion?
+3.
So 17. You know that vampires typically have more than one coffin that they can rest in case one is destroyed. They have like a primary, like secondary, and tertiary.
Mhm.
Kind of how wizards typically have multiple spell books in case one gets destroyed. In case of an emergency, they break class and have another one. So looking at the outside of this coffin and with how dusty and how dirty it is, you don't know if it's been used recently enough to warrant the usage of setting up all the traps and using these resources, it could be worth it
Right.
if someone comes in, but you also don't know if this is just for Grazrew, who you know walks in the day. Historically, you
Yeah.
know that Grazrew walks in the sunlight. So is this, you're not sure if this is Grazrew just under control, trying to pretend to be a vampire, if this is for Casimir, if this is for Sandor, if this is for somebody else, or if this is just a coffin that is down here for the sake of it being down here. So it could be worth using your resources, but at the same time, there's the equal chance that it would be not the best use of your time and resources. But those
Like,
I'm
and-
saying-
An hour to cast ceremony doesn't you actually use up a whole lot of resources.
nope, it does not. It just
And
uses a spell slot.
Stakes are literally just wooden.
I mean, you can do both. I ain't gonna stop you.
Let's do it.
Let-
Right?
Volcano Listos, let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna start tearing off the cushioning at the bottom. This might, yeah. And then when I do that, I just want to like implant the stakes a little bit and sort of drive them through, and then just lightly try to make the cushioning as seamless on top of the stakes.
For sure.
I'm just gonna, do a little ceremony. It probably involves me, like, a little bit of blood as I'm, praying to my god, and it's definitely not a pretty ceremony that happens for an hour, but it happens, and poof, I've made some holy water.
This is the first time that you guys have seen Jean be very religious in their practices. Also, in this hour, Marin, is there anything that you wish to do in particular? Because your summon beast only lasts for an hour.
If it takes an hour, no. In this case, I will just
let it go.
no. The summon is just let it go, and I will stay in my lizard for another hour.
Okay.
Because she lasts 2 hours.
Cool. So
When-
Orbel does respond within the hour. I'm going to roll myself a.
And don't let it distract me as I'm finishing my ceremony.
I rolled a D100, and I'm kind of shocked by what I rolled.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a natural 1 on a D100.
Whoa! That's like a 1 in 100 chance.
Yeah, it's like a 1%. The letter says, nope, I did not know that we had 1 or even 2 basements. That is suspicious. 2, Grazrew and Somar have been staying there? Interesting. Not a fan of that, but it is his house too, so I guess that's okay. I still hate Somar. I wish she wasn't in my house, but not much I can do about that right now. What all did you find in these secret basements, and do you need my assistance?
You say
And
love Orbel?
doesn't say either. It doesn't even say Orbel. It just says, do you need my assistance?
I always need your assistance, but I don't. I mean, I'm very focused on my ritual, and like I probably let Oh wait, Marin's a lizard. I was gonna say I'd probably let Marin grab the note as it flies in. I don't know if lizards read?
They can, yeah, they got their senses, just can't read out loud. He could read it in his head to Imric. But yeah, I like to imagine that Marin's lizard tongue reaches up and grabs the letter and brings it down and opens it with his little lizard hands.
Yeah. little lizard hands.
Reading. I'm thinking of a gecko just opening letters, which is just a funny thought to me. The Geico gecko just opening letters.
Specifically the Geico gecko.
Yeah. It's fun. But yeah, the hour goes by. You receive that response back. You can write that little letter and say that we're coming to kill you, Casimir. And yeah. You have set traps in every place you have gone.
Do we want to sign the letter?
No.
Wait, what
But
kind
I
of
want them to know it's us. Revenge.
What kind of trap did we
Revenge
set
for
in
what?
the other hotel? No, we set a not like anomalous trap in the other hotel that we
Yeah,
stay
in
in,
the
right? So we found
tavern.
his basement.
At Grazernir's exclusive room. Yep, if we had the resources for more elaborate, been so much better.
Do we want to
Sure.
take out one of? So we found two voice box of Deep Scion as we went on our voyages. Do we want to take out one of them and leave it in there?
No,
Because that's one of the thing on his recipe.
Why would we? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Why would we do
What?
that?
We just give
Just
him
to
one.
like
We're
taunt
not
him,
giving him
just to
two.
be like, oh, here's half of your quest.
We know what you are
love
up
the
to.
taunting.
We
truly
know what you
do.
are up to.
I truly believe that this is amazing taunting, but let's not get him closer to his goal.
Yeah, I'm giving him
Yeah.
nothing on his grocery list.
Also,
I do like it as a taunt, but
we can try like digging a giant hole here, but it's up to you guys.
mean,
I'm down.
I'm just going
I
to
am
set
not
this
a-
entire place on fire. It's not issue for me.
Can you turn into something that could like dig into a, and I can start
I
carving
am
more
a dwarf
stakes?
and I'm digging a hole. Diggy diggy hole.
Is this a rock based cave or is it a soil based?
It's more of like a
Okay.
rock-based cave.
Okay.
Can you turn into something that can do that?
1 second. I have earth tremor. I don't know if that does anything. That's a casting. You can ignore that.
I mean, you can also wild shape into a giant badger that has burrow.
Badger, badger,
Given-
mushroom.
Given my knowledge to badger, I don't know.
Hold
how
up,
well-
Alex, were you the only one who got that?
Yeah. I was.
We're old.
Sorry, man. Sorry that you had to find out like this.
Hey, it's alright. I saw Charlie the Unicorn reference the other day. I was like, yes.
Given my knowledge to badger, I don't know how well they are on digging a freaking hole on rocks, but
We'll say because it's got burrow speed, and in D&D it doesn't necessarily describe limitations of burrow speed. You can just basically dig underground. That because you can be the badger for so long that it might just be like difficult terrain, but it would just take twice as long to build. Like if it would take an hour to dig a 20 by 20 hole, it would take 2 hours if it's straight rock. So.
Sure, I will dig something like where you guys want it at the door.
Yeah, just right at the end.
And you're just building like a pit trap, like a spike trap?
Yeah, and I have wood carvers, so I can make like razor sharp stakes, and then maybe I can like make some planks that like just barely go to the edges, so that whenever there's any body weight, they just come crashing down. And then we'll just like put some pebbles and stuff on top.
Okay. Let me find the trap section again real quick here. Let's see. So, you have complex traps, or it sounds like you're making a simple trap, basically.
Oh, I think it's pretty simple.
Because you got the equivalent, it gives you bear trap, crossbow traps, falling portcullis, fiery blast, net trap, and a pit trap. Here you go. Alright, so a pit trap. Yeah, you can basically dig a hole. And depends on how far down you want it to be. The simplest one is a 10-foot deep hole. So for every 10 feet, it would add a d6. So how deep do you want this to be?
However many my 2 hours wild shape will allow me to get.
Well, here's the thing. You can build that really deep pit trap,
Aren't you kidding?
but then how is he going to get back out once he puts the spikes down there?
How am I gonna get back out?
No, you can get back out. How are the others going to get back out of this deep pit
I'm
trap?
I'm not worried about that.
I'm asking them how they're going to get back out of the pit.
Once we start digging, like I just give the stakes to Merritt, and I'm back over here at the exit.
Well, Marin's digging. Marion can't be placing traps, placing sticks, and digging at the same time.
Sorry, I haven't been helping at all, but I can play sticks.
All right, then you gotta climb yourself back out without falling in and taking the
Listen,
damage.
Gene, you can attach a 50-foot rope to me, and you're super strong. You can pull me out.
All right, so
got
we'll
that.
okay.
Also, we don't need to go like super far. We just need to get far enough where like the force might be able to impale his heart with a stake.
Okay, so do you want 10, 20, 30, or 40 feet deep?
Cause like, also, what if this guy can fly? We don't want to give him enough time to cast or anything. How about we just do 20 feet? Is that good? You guys think that's good?
I mean, as long as I can do that, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you can dig
That,
20 feet.
I think that'll be enough to put down some wooden sticks and let him get stabbed through the heart. As well as our coffin trap. I don't think he'd want to sleep after this, but...
Okay, cool.
Hey.
So go ahead and you dug the hole, and then we'll just say roll me a... Whoever wants to, roll me a D100, and this will be how well the trap is designed. Well, you got a hole with some spikes in it, and it's more so like the coverings aren't quite as natural looking as you would like. I mean, it looks, how you've set it up, it basically looks like stuff is kind of just fallen in a pile here. So it looks like just a pile of stuff, but it's definitely not like hidden. So people could still step on it and fall in, but it's not super hidden. So,
Gotcha.
but luckily you already got another trap on the coffin too. He's got
double
traps
traps.
everywhere you go.
Sweet. Well, that's all my ideas. I don't know what else could kill a vampire.
All right.
Yeah, I don't have any other suggestions either.
That's enough traps for you guys. Pull me out, Gene.
Honestly, is there? I'll pull you out. We need to get a multi-class into something that's good at making traps.
Honestly, we are trap people.
So rogues or bards?
Kind of guys.
Yeah, we are traps and making a good car. That's what this campaign is: traps and cars.
It really is just a sin.
I really love the threatening letters that we leave in traps. That's my favorite part, by far. I want all the villains to know that we're the ones coming after them. We're the villains in this campaign.
Our strategies annoy the shit out of them.
Roll me a intimidation at advantage, Emmerich, just to see how intimidating it will come across as.
Oh my gosh.
I want to roll intimidation. I'm so intimidating.
Okay.
Sure, go
Can
for
I
it.
do it?
We do.
Yeah, you can each do it. How about that? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go. 21 and let's see, 20.
Ah,
It's
20.
a
Ooh.
pretty intimidating letter from
Oh,
all of you.
yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah. See, we need to sign it so they know who's coming for us. They know that there's an inevitable doom. 'Cause you
We
know
are
what,
the
Gene?
inevitable doom.
You know
Is that
what,
our?
Gene? Not leaving your name is a sign of cowardice. Why would you hide your name when you know you can win this fight? We're
Your
warriors,
logic
right?
is infallible.
We're warriors. Do we have a group name yet? What do we what did we leave
The
on
inevitable
last episode?
doom is what you just said, and I love it. So
The inevitable doom.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I want them to see us as the inevitable villains that are on their tail 24/7.
the inevitable doom. I'm telling you, we should be the inevitable doom.
Okay, it's
You
it's
will
official
meet-
now.
You will meet the inevitable doom.
Yeah, there's something about the inevitable doom, man. And then we'll have the Doom Mall, and it's great.
Oh my god, it's perfect. We are the inevitable doom.
What's
It's
funny is whenever I see TID, because it's a medical abbreviation, I think of 3 times a day, because that's what it stands for. So they're gonna get 3 times a day worth of doom. So
Oh yeah.
your daily triple dose of doom.
Okay, it's official. We've been branded. I mean, that's gotta add like a +3 to the intimidation. It's gotta.
Average of 20 intimidation isn't bad.
No, it's pretty good.
I mean,
Pretty good.
but we need him shaking in his boots. I mean, listen, the
Boots that he took off
doom,
at the door.
the inevitable doom is a +4 worthy name. Let's make that a 25.
You know what? Sure.
Yes. I want him to run to Somar. Not Somar. What's the new villain? What's the new villain's name? Hold on.
Sundar? Sandor.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, Sandor. I want him to run to Sandor. Tell him everything about us. Give him like our faces, our names, so that he can just teleport to us. But I want him to be scared. And I think we got that across. But anyways. Inevitable
Okay.
doom, roll out.
I think after the ceremony, I probably responded back to the letter with something just like, "Nah, we Gucci. I don't need your help, but I appreciate the thought."
Okay.
Just let her know that like we're not dead, because I feel like if you send a letter saying like, "Do you need help?" and then no one responds, it just feels kind of ominous. So like,
Yeah.
just a quick, "Yeah, no, we're fine."
Hmm.
Before we leave, I
Okay,
just wanna,
so
like,
so are we gonna staying here? Are we gonna head out and just leave them to their trap? What's the situation here?
oh, they don't seem to visit here very often. The just a not very lavish coffin. So I say just close the door, put everything how it was before. Maybe do one last search of the room.
How are you gonna fix the lock that Jean busted open with her fist?
Fuck.
Did we basically? Oh yeah, you broke open the
I
door,
just
right?
busted it. I just went, "Oh, how do we get
Well,
into this door?"
this-
I smash it.
What if
Then
we can just
This-
hire like a repair guy?
We
okay,
get a
let's-
locksmith.
Yeah, literally. Like we could just ask like, "Hey, I want to repair this broken door. Can you come help us, please?"
Alex, I know this is not how plant growth work. Is it possible for me to spend a bit longer than my casting
Ooh.
time and just create a bunch of thorny vibe covering the door? I mean, it's not gonna look as the same as it was, but is that possible? Like, would you accept that?
I like it. You can cast it as a action or like 8 hours. So we'll just say if you want to spend like, I don't know, 10 minutes, and that way you can like specifically focus on what you want it to do instead of just everything around you just grows. You can like shrink it down and focus on one specific region. We can do that.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So now I know that's possible. Then I'm gonna propose to the group and be like, "Hey, do you want me to just cast like just close this area up with a thorn like door? Like it doesn't care. I don't really care about it being original, like it being the same as it before, but we just
I
like
don't
just a
think so.
thorn.
Because we want them to go in so that maybe the trap will work.
Mm.
Honestly, if we can't repair it, I genuinely just say, like, let's go and try to hire someone.
I'm totally down to just go pay someone to fix a door, like fix a locker. Whatever I broke, the lock or the door, or both. I feel like that should be relatively affordable in the D&D
Yeah.
economy.
I mean, we got lots of gold. Even if we need them to, like, be quiet because secret door or whatever. Just make sure they don't fall into the pit trap. That would be really bad if we have them in our hands.
So, did you say it would be bad if we had a murder on our hands?
Yep.
You-
A murder
are
of someone who
the-
doesn't deserve it.
Dear Jean, we are the least of two of us are least the concern of that. You are the one that needs to just like have murders.
Everybody
of
likes a
people
good
with
murder.
other people, okay?
Yeah, Jean is all for murder.
Do I have any ideas of how, like, we can fix this door? Is this, like, in our expertise, or should we go out and go hire
like-
someone?
Better or is it just bust open?
She physically just smashed the lock open with her bare hands.
Okay.
You can press the switch and make the door reshut itself, but the lock's still gonna very much show that it's broken. Like the brick
Do we just have to go buy a new lock?
It's not like a normal lock. It's like a lock that was covered by a brick.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So you basically smashed a brick, which then pressed the button, which was behind the lock, and moved the door open. So you can
But
press the button to close the door, but it's still gonna show that it's
the
broken.
button is working. So if we just replace it with a brick, we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, you can certainly try.
Shit, let's just find a brick. Is there a brick nearby?
I mean, the walls are made of brick.
Yeah, but if we take a brick from another brick, then that doesn't help it be not a
Maybe-
suspicious.
Maybe like outside there's a brick, like at
The next section, the
And
hunt for the
bombs.
brick.
the.
The inevitable doom in the hunt for the brick.
Yeah,
Or
that
we leave
tracks.
it- Yeah, or we just leave it wide open.
No, we can't do that.
No, we gotta go get a new brick.
Yeah, let's go find a brick.
Roll me investigation checks, all of you. You guys find a brick.
Nice.
You find
Yeah.
a brick.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Good job.
And you don't have to use plant growth if you don't want to. So
Okay, yeah.
We carefully place the brick. We make it look seamless.
all right. Door shut.
I'll be honest, it would have been really funny if we hired a repair guy and then he fell into our pit trap. That could have been an entire another plot point, guys.
Oh, it would have been. Trust me. And my whole thought was they're gonna hire a random person they don't know anything about to go to a house that looks worn down, that has not been quote lived in for years, to fix a secret door in the second basement that's a secret hatch to a basement. All of those things lead to a lot of suspicion. How is this gonna
Should
work
we-
out?
Should we go? Listen, should we retcon the brick? Should we go find a repair guy?
No, it's too late. We found the brick. We rolled
God
real well
damn
for
it.
it.
You
We
did.
rolled real well for brick. We have to accept what happened.
That is the best you'll probably ever roll for investigation between all of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We use it to
We
find a
take it as
brick.
it comes. We take it as it comes.
All right, you guys heading back upstairs?
Yup.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Carefully.
I really wanted to bring a repair guy. Dude.
So you guys are up here. Wolfie is gone. Are you still a lizard?
No,
Or
it's,
badger.
if it's no, if it took me less than an hour and a half, then sure I will stay as a badger. But like I'm trying to stay in my wild shape as long as I could.
Okay.
But if it's been over like 2 hours since I've become a lizard, a badger, then I'm gonna go ahead and turn back to human.
All right, we'll say it's been about that long for the digging and the clearing it out and making the trap and finding the brick and fixing it all to make look reasonable again. So y'all are back to regular size, and you
Good.
feel your spell break as well on invisibility.
Got you.
So
Well, good job, guys. What did
How
we
do you-
get from this?
How do
trip?
you guys feel that about waiting here to set a trap for Glasrenew if he comes back? I just
feel-
sitting dramatically in chairs until he comes back.
Should okay. That I'm actually down for. Do we want to Okay, no. Dead serious. Jean and Marin.
Do we
Do
set a
we-
trap?
Do we wait here for Grazrenew? We know he's coming back. He might come back with his wife, so he might have set backup. But this is a great opportunity.
That is my plan. You can stay with me or not.
Okay, how about
Okay.
we set up a couple traps, because we're trap people. We're gonna set up those things in
Should
the
listen to
book.
trap music.
We set up the traps in the books where like they step in the rope circle and then boom, they're caught up and they're hanging upside down.
So exactly what I was thinking. So yeah, can we set up some sort of rope trap in front of the
But-
door?
We need to remember Grazrenew can teleport in the darkness. So we gotta make sure every single
Everything is lit.
place is lit. We need candles everywhere.
I have candles in my inventory.
Alright, let's start putting down some
Mm.
candles. Not a single corner is unlit.
I love the
Do-
fact that 3 magic users trying to set up like a physical trap. That's amazing. Anyway, let's keep going.
Paladins don't have very many good trap spells, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Like, I have hold person for when he actually gets here, but I don't have, like, create trap, you know?
Yeah, all I've got are ropes. We can do that tying rope thing, but I don't know what other.
Alright, so you guys are setting up more traps.
I really do want to make sure that like everywhere you can see is lit up. I think that's really important.
So, do you want your trap to alarm, to delay, to restrain, or to slay?
My goal would personally be to restrain.
Okay.
I don't know about yours,
Yeah.
but I feel like restrain is best. I mean, my long-term goal is to attempt to cast hold person as soon as they walk in. But like I feel like I need an extra chance in case that doesn't work. Well, like I want to cast hold person and or command as soon as they walk in, but I want an extra backup trap in case they make their saving throw.
What time is it at this point of the day that we are? I know it's been a
There's
few
a
hours.
few hours in the basement.
Yeah, so it's probably like about 1 p.m.
Okay.
We got some time, guys.
You know what? Actually, can I send? Part of me wants to kill Grasrenew before Oracle finds out, but part of me wants to send another message like, "Hey, we're setting up a trap for Grasrenew at your house. Do you want to come after work?"
You certainly can.
I also certainly don't want to break the house of her
Yeah,
house.
I guess I will pose that to the group. Like, should we invite Orble to the trap party where we play trap music?
To trap his own brother.
I think this one, Orville might need to pass on. I'll be totally honest.
Yeah, it's kind of our fight at the moment.
I mean, that's just our fight. It just might turn a little bit sour for her.
Gina's taking that as 100% permission to kill Grasrenew, and is okay with that.
Gotcha.
Should we stay in the middle room, which I assume is Orble's room at this point because it's a single bedroom? It's not.
Yeah, can I go through Orble's stuff?
You can.
No, but like we know the left side is Grasrenews' room, and the one on the right is probably their parents' room. Should we stay in a room that Grasrenew, if he return, he will not go to likely, and be like, and then once we hear someone is in here, then we can, be like, hands up in the air.
Come out of the door. I think that's a decent plan. I do kind of like the idea of just like sitting in this chair and like turning around, like, yes, you've come into my
really
trap.
love that too.
Also, but that's the drama queen. Like, I'm not very sneaky as a person, so like, I don't know how much extra sneak hiding behind one wall is gonna give us. Like, I don't know if it'll actually give us a jump on them or not. You know,
we just want to give them the chance. If we do set up like where they like get restrained by the rope, we want to give them a chance to step into that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I want to make sure that like all the inside curtains are closed so that Grasrenew can't look outside or anything.
Well, everything is boarded. All the windows are boarded, so you couldn't really see in or out too well anyway.
He can't see outside the windows or anything like that?
It doesn't look like that anyone would be able to see in or out.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And just want to make sure everything's lit up, every corner. Can you guys want to set up those restraints?
This is going to end in an unfortunate fire in this house. You do realize that, right?
I do realize that.
Okay. I'm not against it. I just wanted to make sure we realized it.
If that's the case, Grasrenew will die in a fire.
I'm okay with that.
Given that I'm the one that's in the party, we may have to set his house on fire.
Okay, is there any of Orble's stuff in Orble's room that I want to kind of make sure would be saved if there was a fire?
It doesn't look like Orble has any stuff here. It doesn't look like she's been here in years, which is also what she told you too. So
that is also what she told me. I thought she might have some like old sentimental bullshit.
No.
Fair enough. All right, then is it time to dramatically sit in the chairs? Oh no, we have to make a
Well,
trap first. We
let's
gotta roll
set the
for traps.
We're gonna make 2 traps for Somar and Grasner.
So you're basically making snare traps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put 'em, like right next to each other.
And do you want them to be like right here when they first walk in?
I think so, right? And then
I kind of want them to be right in front of their shoe rack that they put their shoes in every time. That's funnier to me.
Okay.
that is true.
So both of them there?
You gotta. Yeah.
We'll say that's
What do you
one
guys-
there, and
I think it personally should just be at the door. That's my.
What if we do one at the door and one at the shoe rack?
Well then. Well, they're not. It's not just like caught in this trap, and then the other person's gonna be like.
So
"Oh,
okay,
let me
so
take
so my
off
fear
shoes
is
before I
exactly
go
at the door. If there's 2 of them and they come through the door, then the other one can just go run and grab for help. Whereas that if we do the shoe rack, then they might have already shut the door by the time they get there.
True, we do. That's
In
true.
which case, perhaps the hide in the presumably Orbel's room might
Yeah,
plan rather than the
that's-
dramatic chair flip.
That's a great plan, cause I was thinking like, how are we gonna close the door once they get inside? That's actually a great idea. Let's put it at the shoe rack.
All right, shoe rack trap.
Shoe rack trap. How are we gonna hide it?
I'm gonna stay in Oracle's room, given that
What
that's
I-
the most unlikely.
No, how are we gonna hide the shoe rack trap? I
I
think
can
was the
cast
question.
like, yeah, I can cast like, I don't know if a minor illusion will do it, but
minor illusion only lasts 1 minute.
yeah.
You
I was
cast
thinking
minor
really
illusion every
over
minute?
and over.
Well, what if I keep my locate creature on constantly and like have a vibe when they're within 1,000 feet of us, and then we have more of a sense of timing.
True.
If I just keep that in my hand and I'm just obsessively looking at it for the next
That's
however long this takes.
Another thing, I have that telepathic shove, so if we put it at the doorway, they step into it, and then before the other one like gets a chance to run something, I can just try to shove them or pull them into the other one.
Also, we have 2 birds that can stay on the roof to keep eyes out.
True. Maybe Jean, you can hide at the doorway and restrain one, like grapple them before when they come in.
Sure. Also an option. I mean, I don't want to go too metagame on this, but I have a feeling that we're probably not going to do this fight tonight.
Yeah.
And so I wonder if perhaps we figure out the exact plan next week. Unless we are going to do this fight tonight, Alex.
No.
But yeah.
We're not, because I have in my head what I need, but I don't have it ready. So, because I didn't know where you guys were going with this, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hmm.
Also, it's
I'm
11:15.
loving the
So
Correct.
twists and turns.
Correct. I'm just like, well, my party of magic users have become trap makers, and not the best trap makers. Here they are.
We just need the materials. Once we like go into town and buy some trap making, fantastic at it. It's
yeah, we're gonna be.
amazing.
I'm gonna multi-class into rogue. It's gonna be great.
Yup.
Oh
I
god!
don't think I actually can.
I just
I
wish I
mean-
can multicast into
My
artificer.
dex is 9. I can't. But oh yeah, we can
What if-
artificer.
What if we forget about
Artificer.
What if we forget about the rope traps and I just like cast a web on them or something?
Oh, I mean, as I said, I want to do. I was gonna do hold person. I just needed a
Yeah.
backup in case it didn't work.
Okay, how about we forget about the rope traps, or how about we put it at the shoot rack and we just like say screw it. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, I'm okay with shoot rack rope trap, and then
Okay,
like we have magic ready to go.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And if for some reason we know that they're, maybe we could like keep a lookout somehow with Buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my ping on, and then as soon as they're within, or as soon as he's within 1,000 feet of us, then I should be able to get a vibe that
Yeah.
they're
I'll
moving
cast
towards us
minor
in theory.
illusion. I'll cast minor illusion. I'll make it seem hard to see, and we'll be okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Perfect. It's a
let's stick
brilliant,
to Shiva.
foolproof plan
Let's stick
that
to
we
Shiva.
will.
Also, I can cast level 3 sleep.
Ooh, that they're going to have to get some hit points down on them first,
You think
even
so?
with
For
level 3.
98?
98 is only like average, like
72 max.
max 72,
I mean, guys, that actually
average like 45.
I'm a
That's
sorcerer. I'm a
That's
sorcerer.
enough to take me out at this point.
I had one more, so maybe not.
Do you have the empowering meta magic? Because you can always re-roll up to your
charisma? No way, Alec.
yeah, you can
Tell me
re-roll.
I have it.
You can re-roll dice up
I
to
have
your.
heightened, extended,
I don't know. You have to look at what you get.
quickened, twinned. I don't think I have it.
No, I don't think you
Ah.
do, and it's one of the best ones. If you want to switch out one of them, since you can switch it out at level 4 in
No.
ASI, I'll say that you can switch it out since you haven't really used heightened or the other ones too much. If there's one you want to switch out, this will just be the one that you would have switched at level 4, basically.
No way.
So it's up to you. I will also tell you that 36 would not even put Graz Renew to sleep.
That's I
So-
I did not think that was going to be anywhere near Grass Renew.
So,
Maybe we can forget about the sleep spell.
let's see. I'm just interested
Yeah.
in seeing how many I would roll if I rolled 98. 33. There you go. Pretty much the same. So
So let's.
sleep
let's
is a
forget
hard
about
one
sleep.
when you start getting to that mid tier. It's really good on like mobs of low level enemies because you can just like bam
Yeah.
done. If
It's
you want,
so good
here's
at level 1.
here's the thing:
It is-
if you went into a public rally in a town and everyone was riding against you, that would put out like
Oh, dude.
10,
Tons of
almost 10 freaking commoners. That put out 9 commoners right there. Like you're all asleep. Just whoosh, go to sleep.
Oh,
Well, guys, I have Web, Tosh's Mind Whip, and Suggestion. Also, immediately when Graz Renew comes in, I'm casting.
Casting what?
if we're gonna go down the route of ambushing more or less, then I'm gonna try to spend like an hour of try to get a short rest out of
Yeah,
this,
you
so
guys,
I can
as you're
get
waiting,
my
you can definitely get a short rest, so you guys can get anything you would need from a short rest back. You would get your wild shapes back. Just put yourselves in whatever room you want to be in to wait.
Okay.
I mean, I think I'm
Um,
fundamentally waiting here until they're closer, and then I'll
'Kay.
figure out my plan.
Cool. All right. So we will end here with you all setting up a couple rope traps. The front door is shut. I'll draw some doors on these places because obviously I'm assuming I know the door is closed, and I'm assuming the bedroom door is going to be closed too. And I will board up the windows and stuff appropriately so that you can't be seen and you can't see them and they can't see you, all that stuff. And you'll sit and you'll wait, and we'll see if they decide to come back and be here when you're here, or if you guys.
I was
should get
gonna
to
say,
hang out.
like, if this could just
would-
literally be days of us just
It would
waiting.
really suck if they just don't come tonight.
mhm.
I mean, Alex could do that to us.
Yeah.
It
No, I'm
could
not
happen.
saying. I'm not saying that like. It would suck for the characters if that happened.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, we will find out what happens next time. Oh, because you didn't. I mentioned it, but I don't know if you heard me or wanted to do anything with it, Emmerich, just to give you a second chance on that double back. With the house being blanketed in magic from the outside, is there anything you wanted to do with that, or you want to leave it as is?
Yeah, did you figure out what, like, would you be able to figure out, and even Jing at this point, because we're all magic user, figure out what the hell is going with the house, because I certainly couldn't.
I sort of just assumed it was, but if it's
You can
No,
roll.
there's no
I'll say that you could roll Arcana at advantage, Emmerich. Anyone who's proficient in Arcana can roll it too. Well, with a 21.
Would the spell just break if it was illusion for us?
You know there are very, very high level illusion spells. Way higher than you're capable of casting. But thinking about it and kind of focusing in your short rest and your time being like outside the house, into this house and everything, I'll just let you know off the rip, it's this spell.
Uh,
Oh,
so,
shit.
Oh my god.
Did we bite off more than we can chew, guys?
Yes.
So, the house is covered in Mirage Arcane, which is why the outside looks the way it looks like and it feels, which is why when you like
Yeah.
rubbed your hand on it and nothing physically changed on it, because yeah. So,
Yep.
But, yeah.
Yep.
so that is where we will leave off with the inevitable doom for someone.
The inevitable doom.
And we should be
The inevitable
playing
doom.
like normal
Okay.
this coming Sunday too, which is the 2nd.
Oh my gosh, thank God.
And then the session following that, which would be the 16th, it's Father's Day for people here. I don't do anything because, well, I don't have a living father. But I don't know if anybody else does or not, and if they do and we need to move the dates around, that's fine. Basically, starting next week for the next 7 weeks, I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think. So I shouldn't have an issue for like the next 7 weeks. As far
I
as...
won't be doing anything for Father's Day past 8 p.m. on a Sunday, so
Okay.
like I'm cool for normal timing.
Okay.
On Father's Day,
Yeah.
I
Cool.
believe.
Okay. My father is like 15,000 miles away from us, so it doesn't really
Hey.
matter at this point.
There you go. So hey, it works out. But yeah, well, that's 2 sessions from now anyway. So if we have to negotiate
yeah.
some time, it's not a big deal. But next normal session should be this coming Sunday, at 8:30, 9 o'clock, same time,
Hey,
same bat
if
time,
we get
same
a
bat place.
if we get a TPK next Sunday, then
Yeah.
we should be set for the next one anyway.
True.
Here's the
Let's
thing:
not get a
if something
TPK.
goes wild and we end up the worst coming to worst, we'll either continue in Gaia or we'll just flip to the Vecna campaign and play 10 to 20. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it all goes. I'm not planning.
So you're
to-
telling us that we should make our backup characters level 10?
I'm just saying, life is life. I don't ever anticipate TPKs, but as Moon knows from being in a campaign where there was one,
It happens.
bad decisions. I'm just like, I can't take
Very
you out of
true.
this.
This is.
Sometimes
It all depends on the player decisions.
Yeah, I'm just like, I literally can't save you. There's nothing I can do short of like straight up plot armor that's gonna save this, and I've gotten away from plot armor
Oh.
protections. You mess up, you mess up. That's life.
Guys, how about we say
Uh,
if there's a